Oh yeah, what up? What up? Fantasy football hustler back at you, or you can just call me Alex. And we got Bogard Scott Free in the building.
Yeah. I said they got Bogard in the building.
What?
I said I'm inside
What?
in the structure. Yeah, that's all I got.
It's all good. That's all we need. And if you're watching on the Fantasy Football Hustler YouTube channel, make sure that you go get subbed up. The channel is called Attitude Era Rules. We're not really going to be doing any more wrestling shows on the Fantasy Football Hustler channel. Maybe we'll mix some in here or there, but we created a YouTube channel just for wrestling. So make sure you guys go get involved, go get subbed up.
Yeah. And if you're watching us on the Attitude Era Rules channel, shout out to everybody because we're being translated in Spanish over there.
All right, we got our third. What up, Mike? What's going on,
What's up,
bro?
Dallas? How you doing?
What
Doing
up?
good.
Hey, man. Every so often you run into like high-level wrestling degenerates, right? And you're definitely one of them. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree. That was cool. So
Yeah.
I caught up late last night and watched the whole Cody thing, and even the Austin ending was fantastic. The Cody Rollins match was fantastic. It saved the day, in my opinion. They were just awesome.
We were talking about it. We were talking about it just before we got on the show. The first half of yesterday's show was WrestleMania pre-show. You know, like if this was back in the day, those would have been the pre-show matches.
Yep.
Isn't it funny how Triple H's hair, it started growing the other way at one point? They're like, we're going to get rid of the strawberry blonde locks, right? Because I'm clearly losing my hair.
Yeah.
It's all going to the beard now. And like, it actually accents the nose. You know what I mean? The
A
nose
lot bigger now.
doesn't look, yeah. He's
Antonio,
really a nose.
good looking
What
on
up?
watching on the Attitude Era Rules channel, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Shoot him the link.
He
Get on
couldn't
here,
do it
birthday
yesterday.
twin.
He was watching it from his phone. It might be the same thing today.
Yeah. He's very elusive, Antonio. You know what I mean?
The only beef that anybody could have with that Austin match is you could tell just in the beginning he just couldn't he couldn't stomp the mud hole like he used to. His knees just weren't ready for that.
I mean, like it was awesome because of nostalgia. You know what I mean? And like, what was cool is how honored Kevin Owens was to get a mud hole stomped in his ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was
Like
the
to
highlight
sell
of his life.
Yeah. To sell for Austin is like selling for redneck God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought Owens was amazing last night too. I mean, he sold the shit out of that match.
Yeah. And
He
they
did
went
what a good heel is
went
supposed
full
to.
old school.
Yes, it was.
He took him on a ride outside. They went to the crowd. He even grabbed the fold-up chair for the finish. You know what I mean? And like obviously you can't hit nobody else in square in the head with a chair. So I guess doing it to himself sufficed. They were like,
right.
That's probably one of those things like last minute, like got that in. Like, listen, this is the finish. You know what I mean?
One of those ones where they don't tell anybody, like when Bret Hart, said we're going to give Stone Cold color, those type of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he has the flaming blue eyes in the sharpshooter with the blood streaming down his face, and that's just iconic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
No one, it's like, how are you the guy in the sharpshooter bleeding, but like we remember that as one of the more iconic moments for him. No one even talks about how he, Bret Hart had him in the sharpshooter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Antonio said him drinking beers throughout the match was awesome. He needed that, man. He was running out of breath.
He was. He was. He needed the breaks.
And where do we get this long sleeve Austin 316 joint? I was kind of mad that you know what I mean? I'm like, where do we get? Was he wearing a thermo underneath? I don't know.
I don't think it was brand new. Yeah, it looked brand new. It was kind of cool with that Texas flag, but it looked like the teeth were bleeding.
Yeah.
With the red part of it, I thought it was a pretty sweet shirt. Yeah, I was waiting for it to pop up somewhere. Maybe it is. Maybe it's there in Texas only.
Jonah in the building. What up? And while he's in here, I got to tell you guys about a new sponsor of the show before everything gets started. In Triple H's little speech here, Poker Chill. I know you guys like playing poker. You guys got to go download the app and use the promo code Hustler. Then you're going to get 5 hours of free play. You can invite people in here. There's video chats. It's literally like playing poker with your friends. You can see everyone's faces. If you know your friends well and you know their tells, they're screwed because you're going to be able to see exactly what they're doing.
I would have my camera angled on like a teddy bear. You know what I mean? Read that, motherfucker.
Right.
and I'll raise you. I'll see your 5 shillings and raise you 10.
Yeah, so go do it right now so you don't forget. Go download the app Poker Chill and then use the promo code Hustler and then throw it in so I can throw it in the comments so I can shout you out when you do it. And TJ's in the building. What up, bro?
What up, TJ? And shout out to Jonah, man. Hell of an app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody go download that Poker Chill. Hey, did you drop it in? Did you pin it to the joint?
I did not pin it because it's an app, so I don't have the link for it. So you're just gonna do Poker Chill. That's all you got to type into the App Store and the iOS App Store. It'll pop right up. Yeah, you already know, Jonah. Yeah,
I don't know what I clicked on, and I don't know where my remote is, but I have the Spanish broadcast, and I know hable. You know what I mean?
So does HBK come out right now?
I don't know what's going on. Like Triple H always tries to find. I got a gripe with Triple H. Why you always got to find a way to be like the center of attention? You know?
That's what he does.
That's really what he does, right? He's like, you know what? You know how I'm gonna get in there? I'm gonna marry the boss's daughter. Watch this.
Right.
You know what I mean? He got in there real good.
So he just wants. So they don't have. I mean, they had Austin yesterday, and I guess they don't really have any celebrities that are coming out there saying "Welcome to WrestleMania." So I guess this was Triple H's moment to do that.
I mean, they couldn't afford me, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know how to say this. What Agirapas? What? What flag is that? What country you repping?
We're all around the world.
So he left his boots in the ring. So is he done? Oh, he said he was done, right, with in-ring competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was his goodbye.
That was just his retirement official before he shows up in the Hall of Fame ballot.
Again,
or on the Hall of Fame ballot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drank 1 beer. What? 2 beers. What? 3 beers. What? Shot of whiskey. Cheeseburger. 1 more shot of whiskey.
Damn, dude, his daughter looks like Stephanie.
Hey, I think listen, when Stephanie McMahon and Hunter Hearst Helmsley had a kid, they gave birth to a 9.8 pound nose.
Yeah, they did. With legs, and that's it.
So funny.
Oh shit.
He's savage.
Man, they are pushing this Gable Stevenson like crazy, huh?
Yeah, like I
have a gripe with these names, man. They is that the new thing? Just try to make up the most made-up sounding name ever. Gable Stevenson. So you can't show me one man named Gable ever in the world till now.
So is he an Olympic gold medal winner? Like they're trying to Kurt Angle, the 2.0?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so that's his real name. Well, actually, Kurt Angle's real name isn't Angle, is it? Actually, no one shattered my dreams. I love Kurt Angle.
So I hate the bro, dude. Obviously Randy Orton.
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah,
but even now,
they're a tag team. RK Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know, like the bro is like their version of like what they think stoners are, I guess. So that's why I kind of hate it.
Oh, so that's their whole shtick is like they're high.
Well, no, like the
he's high all the time. Yeah.
What's his name? Riddle, right?
Matt Riddle. Yeah.
Matt Riddle. There you go.
Riddle me this.
Yeah, and like he comes out in his like fucking flip flops and shit. And the one thing that I don't like, the thing that I always hated about him most,
he's selling weed to everybody. He's that guy.
if you're not gonna wear shoes and you're gonna kick people, you better make that shit look like it hurts. And like every time he just makes it look so soft, like he's afraid to kick someone.
But that's the day and age we live in, bro. Ain't nobody really laying boot to the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And like even back in the days, it was all about forearm shots, right? Like if you're gonna throw a potato, at least it's a forearm, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like they would forearm the shit out of motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They don't do that no more. I think the egos and like the fact that kayfabe is like, you know, not really a thing. You know what I mean? It's like everyone's just okay with like, you know, selling half-ass. Like Kevin Owens and Stone Cold, that reminded me of wrestling growing up.
Yeah,
it did. It did.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, you know, even if it didn't look like he was putting, you know, really stomping the mud hole in his ass, he was still selling the shit out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And it was like, you know, how many times is he actually going to pour the beer on him versus like drinking? He was like, it was almost like, you know, when you're a boxer and you just kind of spit the water out. He was like, he was kind of doing that. You know what I mean?
He kept squeezing the beer can so that it'd come out more and just fall all over him. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, dude, I know you're not drinking the whole thing, but shit, we can see you do that. So
yeah, like there was a couple times where he picked it up and like squeezed the shit out of it before he even took a sip.
Like a water bottle, like a football player with a water bottle on the sideline.
Yeah, if I had any gripe, I'd say, you know, his self-cheersing game when, you know, he lost it. You know I mean? It's been a while.
But you know who was the worst? Whoever was throwing him the beers. Because you remember back in the day, there was no incompletions. There was no interceptions. They were always on point with that. It was not.
I mean, there was a couple of times when he's asking for like, you know, 4 of them. And he's like, come on. And then like, you know, he's catching them. He's holding beers. So like, you know, sometimes it might deflect. And, you know, there was a couple of times like that. But like yesterday, the guy was just like, was he drunk? Was the guy throwing him the cans drunk? You know what I mean?
It was Dak Prescott because they're there in Dallas, so it was all over the place.
Just mad incompletions.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Dak Prescott always needed a shitload of pass attempts. You know, for him to have you know like a decent completion rating. Like he's still a league average completion rating. He's not like, you know. I mean, and so is Justin Herbert. If you think about Herbert, like Herbert led the league in pass attempts. Like I think it was like 670 something. And he wasn't even the yards leader. It was Brady. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. He's throwing a lot.
So what's that new wrestler's name that they're pushing? What's his name again?
Gable
Stevenson.
And then we got Chad Gable, who just came in.
Yeah.
And Ramondre Stevenson, he's in the front row. Did you see him?
I'm sure he is, right?
His cousin, bro.
Ha! Antonio said that's the cue for Stu to hop in. Yeah, now that we're talking shit about Dak, I'm sure he's gonna make an appearance. Yeah, Gable looks he just looks way different. He looks like really sucked up compared to how he used to look.
Yeah, he does. Still look like mini Charlie Haas, but
hey, Charlie Haas was a bad motherfucker, bro.
But doesn't he look like him? Like he's Charlie Haas's bad clone?
What was the other guy?
Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. When I said Sheldon Benjamin, at first it sounded like I made it up, but then like because I was thinking of Sheldon Richardson and like, he was a bad motherfucker, bro. I love suplexing motherfuckers. I'm just a fan of that. You know what I mean? Those guys were great workers, and they used to come out. They used to come out. It looked like, you know, they wore the red, white, and blue shit, like, but it was like the blue velour. Remember that? Remember the velours?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the blue with the red stripes on the side, or it'd be vice versa, red with the blue. Yeah, that shit was dope.
So I think this is gonna be. I think there's gonna be an RKO out of nowhere to finish this because the Street Profits. I know they're all right, you know, but I don't know if they're gonna put the straps on them. And then, you know, Otis and Gable. I mean, they're more gimmicky than anything.
I mean, they're RKO. Or RK Bro or whatever, I'd imagine like they're fan favorites, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. Like this is like a more lighthearted take on Randy Orton,
right? Yeah, he's not.
He's always been like the epitome of like intensity. You know what I mean? Like the Viper, he comes through like slithering on the mat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, especially if you go back and watch that the Peacock original, the WWE Evil. They got a whole episode on Randy Orton because he's just been the ultimate heel his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they had a joint. It was him versus Billy Kidman. And
Dude,
Billy Kidman.
sorry to cut you off, but that's one thing that the Street Profits have. They do have that crazy athleticism, the fucking big flip all the way onto the outside over the
over the whole joint.
Yeah, damn, and then Gable getting his action in.
Jeez.
Even got Randy Orton over there.
That was pretty awesome. You're right.
Like the Street Profits, I mean, his was perfect. He literally landed on his feet, like out there, and then he had to sell it and just fall like he got hurt.
Right, for no reason. Oh, I'm knocked down. I fell on my feet. But already, this is better than last night's tag team match to start the game.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That is just garbage.
And David P said Bubba. Otis kind of does look like Bubba Ray, huh?
That's like his little nephew, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Bubba might be his daddy.
It was funny. I thought they were about to set him up for the 3D right there. Like they went into the perfect position
into the
to
ropes
do it.
And yeah. I'm probably like a minute behind you guys. For real.
Oh, Jay Tan said, "What's the Triple H Batista Randy Orton faction and Ric Flair?"
Evolution.
That was here's my gripe with that. Was like that was them. That was Triple H yet again. Like, all right, I'm gonna work my way. You know what? We're doing a new version of the Four Horsemen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna wear the suits. We're just gonna basically rip off like Ric Flair and be some badass motherfuckers that wear suits.
Well, a lot of it was. I think it was because of Ric Flair, because that was when all the, it was either that or like Ric Flair wasn't going to wrestle again. Like I think that was the whole reason for the evolution. And then they bring in Randy Orton and Batista, the young studs. Like,
well, they came over from Ohio Valley Wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They were both there at the same time, right?
And and like,
craziest stable. What was the whole stable to bring? Because
I think they had John Cena too, right?
Yeah.
No, not an Evolution. Evolution was Randy Orton.
Ohio Valley.
Oh yeah. They had a lot of guys there. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
he was prototype.
He was the prototype. Yeah.
And then Batista was Leviathan.
Yeah, he was like the devil or some shit, like a demon or something.
And
he would never sell. You would hit him with chairs and.
Brock was there at the same time, right?
Yeah, he was. Shelton Benjamin was there.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy because Shelton Benjamin was like a better wrestler than Brock Lesnar, right? In real life. And they kind of thought that he was going to be more of the guy in WWE.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing, though, is like when Paul Heyman gives you a push, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they immediately came in like, all right, he's the next big thing or whatever.
Next big thing, yeah.
Yeah, so he came out just wrecking shop and like that F5 was just devastating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would just come through and just destroy everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And David P said, I think he's hangry. Yep, he looks hangry.
Yeah.
That's their claim to fame now, that Snickers commercial.
Yeah, that's hungry and angry. You know what I mean? Put it together. And Stungry also, because stupid hungry is a real thing.
Yeah, so it's Chad Gable and Otis. I don't know what their tag team name is, but they have the Snickers commercial.
I don't like how they gave it. You think Otis was the name he chose, or was that something like, listen, you're going to be Otis? It sounds like a Vince McMahon thing.
Absolutely, dude.
You look like an Otis.
And you remember the worm, right? For Scotty Too Hottie?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Otis's move is the caterpillar, and it's the same thing, but
slow motion and bigger. Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's a hell of a move when you can do that, though. Like,
oh yeah.
It requires a lot of inertia. You know what I mean? It's a science to it.
Oh, funny. Crazy story about Shelton Benjamin on one of these podcasts that I heard. I think it was the X-Pac podcast back in the day. Shelton Benjamin always used to rent his rental cars from Hertz, and he was in the South. And he said he never checked the glove box, but for some reason he had to go into the glove box, and there was a loaded pistol in the glove box from a rental car, and He was in the South, and he said luckily he didn't get pulled over by anybody. But he was like, "Could you imagine if the cops would have pulled me over? There's no way."
Shit,
like,
bro. He was in the listen,
In the
man.
South, he's been gone.
Man, we seen bad shit happen in Minnesota, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could be anywhere and just be the, you know what I mean? Them peoples, man, they'll be on you, bro.
yeah. So now he gets like free Hertz for life or something after that.
Right? Hurts. I've rented a car from them one time or another.
Now they're popular again. Now that they got Tom Brady as the spokesperson.
I mean,
OJ all the way to Tom Brady.
I definitely I rented those cars to put illegal stuff in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Might have been my car.
Randy Orton is pumped up.
Yeah, Alex, you're right. This is going to end with just an RKO.
Lit, hey, they make it way more exciting. Them Spanish boys calling the match.
Gotta be, man. Anything with the Mexican commentators, man, they go wild.
I'm wondering how many minutes behind we're not watching this live, because like their camera angles, they're not, you know what I mean? That's like, you know, that's just a hell of a editing. It's still technically post. You know what I mean? Like, because they're probably watching on a 2-3 minute like feed. So, you know what I mean? In case like a boom,
you probably are,
where a vagina pops out or something. You know what I mean?
Well, did you see the pre-video that edited Becky Lynch?
No,
I missed.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday we're watching the video, right? And like she has the wardrobe malfunction or intentional. That was the best part of the match. But today when they showed the video on it, the highlights, it was all like angles only that you couldn't see what happened.
Yeah, you couldn't see it riding up her.
Yeah, you only saw like her front, you know, her face. It kept it above like a medium shot or a head shot, almost like, why do I need to see her face? You know, in a wrestling match.
I don't get why she didn't just reach up in there and pull the wedge out.
Yeah. Maybe she didn't want to. Maybe she was trying to sell that.
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, they got to know, right? You see, like half of them do it anyway. If you watch AEW, there's a couple that do it. Or you know they're doing it intent. Take Conte, for example. Like everything she wears is 2 sizes too small, but no one complains.
Nobody complains when the guys are wearing their Speedos and the shit's going all the way up their ass.
Or no one said anything when Sammy got his Speedo ripped in half in the match. They're like,
man, that was a stiff elbow from Otis. The one that they showed on the replay there. That was real stiff. He looks like Vader up there.
Dude, he does, doesn't he?
It totally did. Like if he had the
you're right, that was pretty stiff. That got him right in the temple.
Yeah, I just saw that right now. He caught a bow straight to the side, to the left ventricle.
Yeah.
Oh,
he did the DX. He did the DX. Suck it on him.
What's the rules in this match? Because I don't understand Spanish. Like what? Like how?
I mean, it's. I think it's just standard rules, but like three. One from each team in the ring at the same time. And Ron in the building. What up, dude?
What up?
No, Ron's got a busy day today. Thanks for showing up.
What the hell was that? So I'm about 22 seconds is what I counted, Alex, behind you.
Okay.
I don't understand why. It says mine's live, but this is just.
I mean, we're still streaming it ultimately at the end of the day, so it really just, you know what I mean? Because I'm way behind y'all.
Yeah,
like
we know you're always caught in the
matrix
matrix right now. You're always caught in the matrix, though.
Bro, come on, bro. I stay popping all kind of the color pills, bro. You know, man. Red, blue, throw it to make it purple. Throw it again.
Damn. I forget the bigger. I forget both the guys' names in the Street Profits, but the bigger one, he just went airborne. He fully cleared the ropes. Oh, what?
There's just like
Matt Riddle with an RKO out of nowhere off the top ropes.
I'm telling you that hey. Oh, okay. See, look now. Just talk.
There's no countouts though. They said no countouts.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, it's the triple threat rules, but it doesn't look like anyone's tagging in. So I don't know if it's tornado or whatnot.
Well, they did just tag in here recently when he.
Ooh.
Oh, there it goes to Gable. That's got to be it.
Who's pushing? So is Gable?
There we go.
I wanna look more into this dude now. So he's an actual Olympian wrestler.
It said two-time gold medal winner is what I saw when it flashed up there real quick.
So that means they're paying him a bag. I bet you everybody hates him in the locker room.
Oh, if they're pushing him like the way they are right now, hell yeah, he got a bag.
Yeah, they all hate him. Ooh, it is.
This is a good finish. I like this finish. I don't like Riddle, but that was dope with the RKO out of nowhere off the top rope, and then
that was clean. Hey, I was just gonna say that earlier. I remember Randy Orton. It was a motherfucking. He was going. It was like a when they had combined. This was like this was already when Evolution was full on going on, right? And then they had Billy Kidman, and he was the cruiserweight champ, and it was a non-title match, but he was. I mean, because obviously it was just a match, right? Because what's his name's not a cruiserweight, Randy Orton, but he tried to do a shooting star press off the top rope. And then while he was mid-flight, Randy Orton jumps up and then RKOs him out the sky. Fucking awesome. That was like circa that.
I mean, Randy Orton's just so clean with it.
Yeah.
So clean with
Because,
it.
I mean, that's why he's the Viper. It just strikes. You know what I mean?
That was actually a really good match.
Yeah.
That was very entertaining.
Well, I mean, just looking at the card from yesterday to today, I mean, today's card is like a million times better than yesterday's.
Yeah. Yesterday felt like they had two segments. They had Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes debuting against Seth Rollins, and realized we can't put 3 hours of show in these two matches, so we got to put shit around it. And they did.
I mean, even it was like a 15, maybe a 16, 17 minute the Kevin Owens show. You know what I mean? Before the match. Like they you know what I mean, they ate up a bunch of time.
Yeah, the intros and then them talking and bullshit and all that.
And I haven't heard people say what with that magnitude in a long time. Maybe even ever.
That was serious what's.
For real. You stupid son of a bitch.
Oh, see? There could only be one Gable.
He's small, dude, compared to everyone.
Yeah, he is.
Leverage.
I
mean, Kurt Angle's was kind of the same build, right? Kurt Angle's not crazy big, is he? Tall?
Kurt Angle was like a bulldog though, because it was like shoulders and neck and then head. You know, it was like what do they call these right here? Like it was just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He's like a bulldog for real.
They're gonna actually let him talk.
He's gonna come out sounding like that dude from Grown Ups from Saskatchewan.
This guy got 2 segments today, or 2 segments on WrestleMania already, and he's never wrestled a match.
Damn. That was a nasty belly to belly that he gave him. Yeah, you could be athletic, but if you can't talk on the mic,
he's Black Kurt Angle. That's what he is to me.
I mean, it's definitely what they're going to be pushing him as.
I don't like that.
Of course, he does it to the. I mean, I know that his name's Gable, and then Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he had to do it. Gable's the bad guy out of everybody, but of course, he does it to the smallest guy, so he flings him like crazy.
I like it. We'll allow it.
They're going all in on this guy.
Yeah,
man. I hope he gets a good push, man. I mean, if he could talk good, he's like he looks good. You know what I mean?
There you go, Antonio. One thing you never do is knock a man's drink out of his hand. Yeah, that's a.
He looked like a mini Rusev.
Yeah, you got to buy that man another drink immediately. He better be an accident.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everyone watching. Make sure you go subscribe to the new YouTube channel, Attitude Era Rules. and go do that now. Help us get our watch time up as well.
Are they drinking the Stone Cold beer?
I don't know. I doubt
it
it.
looked like water.
I think Stone Cold's the only one that can get away with that.
The Charlotte match ending was disappointing after all that build-up, I thought. With just a boot ending it.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get a legit ending, not one of the bullshit ones where there's not really a winner. Yeah, and the Becky and Bianca, like, man, I mean, that was an epic failure to me because, well, I mean, Becky should be at the top of her game. Bianca should be at the top of their game. They had way too many like little botched moves and stuff that just.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean match. You're right.
They could have did better. I expect better from those two.
From those two, yeah.
They both had great matches before. And Jay Levin said, I think they made Dawkins shave so that he wouldn't look like Gable. That's funny. Did they both have like similar hair?
What a crap ending.
Yeah.
So there's a story that came out today that I guess on Friday they told Ronda Rousey that her match wouldn't be ending the show, that it wasn't the main event, and that she got pissed and walked out of the Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's why the ending was the ending that it is, or was.
Maybe. I mean, Ronda Rousey, Stone Cold. I mean, there's no comparison when it comes to the WWE. Like, I mean, if there's a match and Stone Cold's in there, and like it obviously wasn't like a bullshit gimmick match. It definitely wasn't. He was training for that. He may not have been able to stomp a mud hole like in the old days, but
he still did better than Goldberg in his all 2-year comeback.
Yeah, like remember who was it that Goldberg had his first match with? Was it with The Undertaker when he came back?
No, wasn't it Brock?
Oh yeah, it was Brock, and yeah, that shit was bad. That was so bad.
And it was like really quick, right? He beat him really quickly, and then he won the title from Kevin Owens in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and he dropped the belt to Brock in like 5 minutes.
And it was just the botch move is what it was. I mean, that made it like even worse for him. He couldn't do the jackknife, like couldn't get it up. And Jay Tan said, LOL, Diva Ronda, and said, is Ronda a star in wrestling? Hell yeah. Like she's been like the first time that she came out. I mean, it was a huge ass match. It was it was Ronda and Kurt Angle. So the Olympic medal winners, and then versus Triple H and Stephanie.
Oh, they did that.
That was right. That was it. You're right.
How long she been in there? Like 2016, 15?
So her very first appearance was 2014 WrestleMania. Wow. But she just showed up for the segment, not to wrestle. And she was like in attendance. And but that was when it all started.
Is that the one where The Rock calls her in the ring?
Yeah.
After Stephanie hits him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did The Rock make a pie reference to her?
Not that one. Give me another one.
Not to Ronda.
Okay. No. Yeah, no, that was nothing. I just remember him getting hit and then just like jumping down and pulling her over the railing, right? Yeah. And then she was ready to roll or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, she was ready to fight.
Hey, Stephanie got her nose done, huh?
Yeah. I mean, a few times.
She got a lot of things done.
Yes, she did. Look back to when she first showed up. She didn't look anything like the way she looks now. She looks more like Vince looks now.
Do you remember when she first got her boob job? And I think it was Chris Jericho.
Jericho,
was the one who had to make fun of her.
Remember? Something's different about you or something like that, he said.
She wasn't playing, bro. She was like, she went from like the itty bitty titty committee to like full grown puppies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah. And David, good looking on the super chat. About to smoke to you, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to light up for that. Let's go.
Okay, I was wondering what the hell match this was, and okay, the Bobby Lashley. He just seems like he seems like a failed experiment to me.
Yeah.
Who's he wrestling against? Who's this now?
I don't what's his name? Omos or something?
Almost. Edward James almost something. I don't know, man.
I think This is where it might suck again.
Well, I'm sure we
Feels that way. Feels that way.
out of all the matches that I saw, this one looked like the one that I was like, this. Hopefully, this is just like a 2-minute match.
Should be a squash, but it won't be.
Nah, they'll probably. Hopefully, it's only like a 10-minute match, not longer.
I mean,
with the intros.
I thought this guy was MVP was his manager.
Initially, he was.
And what happened?
I mean, really, I think there was a falling out with MVP, and they're trying to push
MVP, the
him.
one that used to try to rap, hella corny.
I don't know if he would try to rap, but he was definitely trying to spit some isms out there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He was like he was lightweight, like a preacher type street, like novelist type dude, right?
Kinda.
Okay, because I know that was probably like 10 years ago type shit when he was popping.
Yeah.
It was longer than that, man.
As a wrestler, right?
Yeah, it was longer than that. I never liked MVP, so I didn't really pay much attention to him.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley, I mean, he's got the physique and everything, but he's whack on the mic. The moves are kind of just whatever.
Yeah, he's very vanilla.
Yeah.
He's no Sharon Stone.
No, he is not.
Now, you know what, too? Come on, man. Ahmed Johnson would be very disappointed in this guy.
Dude, this guy almost is fucking ginormous. Like, you couldn't tell when there's no one standing next to him. But Bobby Lashley looks like a little fucking...
Hey, this guy, Omis or whatever, though, bro, I swear to God, Ahmed Johnson's his biological dad, bro.
Jeez, he is fucking huge.
He's hella big, dude. When he got into the ring, it put perspective because, like, I mean... Okay, when you're a 7-footer, right? You like, you know, back in the days, you would go over the top of the ropes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unless you were on the same show with Andre.
Yeah, right. But it's like, yeah, these motherfuckers are like, this guy's what? He's got to be like 6'9".
He's got to be close to 7 feet.
Yeah.
Well, how big is Bobby Lashley? Or tall? How tall is Bobby Lashley?
I mean, I thought he looks like 6 feet to me.
Hey, that's the look these days, huh? Bald with the beard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Google that because I'm not sure how big Bobby.
Wait, you're gonna? Oh, I thought you're gonna Google like if this is the new look, bald with a beard. I'm like, I'm not sure. No. I got the beard.
Oh
already.
shit! Yeah, Bobby Lashley's 6'3".
This dude is huge. This dude might be legit 7'1", man.
And you know, if you know, when they announced, if this was the 90s, they'd be like coming in at 7'8". Like they would
722 pounds.
They have him listed as 7'3" on Wikipedia.
Damn.
Holy shit!
Hey, y'all remember the Shaq? Y'all remember Shaq back in the Taco Bell commercials when they came out with the crunch,
The taco neck.
Yeah,
syndrome, right?
yeah, exactly. Where he like he walked in the door. He had his house with a custom door. Where it was like the doorway was like it's slanted because he was stuck like this.
Oh, no sale there.
Yeah, fucking Taco Bell, man. Had some goofy ass commercials back in the day.
I know, right? The 90s was okay about full on, like, all right, we're just gonna typecast this dog. Even they're like,
yeah, you think we need actors? We'll show you.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. I swear to God, I bought one of those motherfuckers at the Spencer's. You know, Spencer's.
What the hell? He totally missed him, and he sold like he hit the turnbuckle. He's gonna do it again.
Yeah,
I just saw it right now. Look,
that was it. Let me redo it again. Let me redo it again.
Hold on. Run that thing back.
Yeah, they just need to finish this quick somehow.
So I'm back.
No idea how, though.
If Omos loses this match, there's no way he can bounce back from this.
So would you say no mas?
It's crazy.
No mas after this, yeah.
Bobby Lashley wasn't Bobby Lashley just the champion like 2 months ago?
He thought he was. And he lost to Brock or whatever.
It was bullshit how he won it. You know, it was one of those finishes that, you know, he wasn't supposed to win, but ended up winning. And then lost it within that first month. But that'd be a pretty
daughter got into wrestling, and it was you know, that was when I kind of like started revisiting it. I couldn't stand the Money in the Bank concept. Like it was like anytime they wanted to put someone over real quick, like you know what I mean, like have him win the Money in the Bank, and then it was just like you know what I mean. You had an ace in the hole, like all right, have him run out and like right before television stops, let the title change hands. You know what I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean they've done a couple like variations since then. I mean, I think the coolest one was I think it was Bailey, where she won the Money in the Bank and then cashed in the same exact night and won it.
And listen, man, I can't stand CM Punk.
Nah, I don't like him.
What?
I can't stand him.
I gotta understand why.
I don't like
Low,
the character.
it's
I
just
hate
low. Like he was like a straight edger that seemed like he needed to get high. Like, why are you so like irritated all the time? You're like, remember that was his gimmick? I'm a straight edger.
Well,
and
that's
it's
still
like,
his gimmick. Yeah, that's who he is, though.
that's his real life, right?
Yeah.
The motherfucker needs some smoke, bro. Because he
Well-
seems like he takes himself too seriously. And them like them little better combos, hey, that's so low impact that I can't stand it. It's like RVD level, like to me.
No.
where it's just like, yeah, I can't stand it.
I completely disagree with you guys on this one. I think I'm a big CM Punk fan. Okay, so I liken him to Bret Hart, and here's why. And we talked about it yesterday. The chain moves, right? We all loved the chain moves when we were younger.
I'll give you that. He does have
He
some nice
still
little
does
things.
them, and that's why I think I enjoy watching him so much. His character's his character. That I understand why someone wouldn't love it, or they would, right? But his wrestling makes it worthwhile for me, at least.
Antonio
That's
said
my
John
thing,
Moxley
right?
coming out to Wild Thing is fucking amazing. Is that his new theme song now?
It is. It is.
You
It's
know
kind
why
of
it
cheap,
is,
but
right?
people dig it.
No, okay, you just said it. You
Hold
hit
on.
it right there, Mikey. It's cheap. Yeah. You make my heart sing. Now, but see, this is why you just said it. It's cheap. They could use an actual published song, and it's not going to cost too much money. That one might even be free because that one might even be public domain because of how old the song is. Yeah, like when you're within the last 10. I make music, so I'm aware of like certain publishing parameters. You know what I mean? When you sample shit or when you like walk out to something, you know what I mean? That's going to be like if this was a free event. He might, you know what I mean? And you come out to a published song, maybe you might not need to worry about it because it's free, but anything on cable or anything, you know what I mean? Like if it was a house show, you can do
You make your money, anything you can make $1 on or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, those motherfuckers come through like, where's mine at? You know,
Yep.
Yeah, pay for WrestleMania. I bet you and only Vince would okay that. Like, listen, I don't need to pay anything for that wild thing. Or he might even not know it's a
match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just finished this one already.
But you know what though? It's so cool to see hella black wrestlers, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There's a lot.
Growing up, you know who we had? We had Coco
Junkyard
Beware.
Dog.
We had Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware.
Beware, yes.
Hold on, help me out here. Ahmed Johnson. We had Farouk. You know what I mean? Maybe D'Lo Brown.
We had Butch Reed, but no one liked Butch Reed. But Butch Reed was a badass.
And then
you had the Harlem Heat, Booker T, and
Harlem Heat came in,
from the South, but like we're gonna put you guys in Harlem.
Eventually, we got Mark Henry, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the strongest man in the world. You had Mabel.
Kamala, the other guy I met on a mission.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then they were all like at best B minus guys. You know what I mean? Maybe C.
We didn't mention the Godfather. I mean,
well, that's Kama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that. Yeah.
He had been around for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kamala or is that Kama? It was Kamala.
Yeah, both
Kama,
two different guys, but Kamala was around before all of them.
Yeah, Kamala came out with he was like the Bushman, right? He was like an African fucking that was like his character with the face paint.
Yeah, he was a savage. He couldn't speak. He just screamed. Oh!
So there was a match. It was Kamala versus Undertaker with the gray gloves. And then this guy comes out. He was like, I forget what his name was, but he was super tall and he looked like a Middle Eastern cat. But he
Giant Gonzalez?
Giant Gonzalez. He wore a bodysuit that made him look ripped.
Yeah, had hair all over it.
Yeah, and he came out with a chloroform rag on the Undertaker. I think that was the only time we ever saw the Giant Gonzalez, to my recollection. He came out, interrupted a match with Undertaker and Kamala, and he's just chloroforming the fuck out of the Undertaker.
Damn.
That's fun.
I'm like, you know, and why was his suit? He had a bodysuit with hair all over it, and it looked like he was red. He had the muscles. He didn't have a jaw. I think it was just hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was just weird looking. He was in WCW, and I remember he wore like spandex shorts and like a red and black chest protector he would take off. He looked like he was a futuristic giant. He was awful.
Like 8 feet tall, bro.
And just skinny, like Manu Bowl, except Mexican.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should have played basketball. He probably listen. If he played basketball in the Mexican league, bro, them little tiny Mexicans, bro, the Aztec looking motherfuckers, they would just dribble right around him, bro.
They probably did. That's why I became a wrestler and put the thing on.
They were like, everyone will sell for you.
Yeah.
And Jay Tan said, do you think the Godfather was bringing the girls from his Cheetahs Club in Vegas? So, I mean, initially what he was doing, because he talks about it, he would just smoke a lot of weed is what it was. And whenever he was in a town, I mean, I don't know how he would like get in touch with people, but pretty much every girl who was out there, it was like they were getting weed. They were getting weed for him, though. It was like they were connected to someone who was getting weed for him. So, like, literally,
hey, listen, man. Once you go black, you don't go back, man. You know what I mean? He was probably laying that good wood on him, bro. He's like, baby, I'm back in town. Bring the good reefer.
Yeah.
And I'll bring the good deep.
Did you hear the speech the Undertaker said when he was talking about Kama? What do they call them? The Bones Crew or something like that?
Yeah, the Bones Crew.
And he goes, I can share some stories, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take those to the grave. And he just stopped talking. And Godfather's just back there laughing his ass off because it probably did. He probably would bring the girls back to them.
Yeah, bro. Hey, listen. He would tell us, bro, the whole train. Yeah. Bro, he wasn't playing. He'd have hella bitches that just ready for the John, bro.
Because you already know those weren't just regular girls. Yeah,
no,
those were either some strippers, ladies of the evening, whatever
they
you want to call them.
I'll say it.
No, they were. I think they were because they were pretty busted. Some of them.
Yeah, and you know what he could be like? He'd be like, "Hey, bitches, check this out. I'm gonna give you guys $15 each." You know what I mean?
No, they
probably did it for free.
They paid him. They paid him in weed. That's what I'm telling you.
You're right. Hey, you know what?
That's how pimping he was.
You know, everybody knows us. We're commonly known for our fantasy football content. So I just want to throw a little fun fact here. Corduroy Pimpin's dad is it is the Godfather.
Hold on. Where is it?
Oh, train.
And always the best.
They figure one day that everyone has ADD, and like so they were playing the video game, whatever WWE video game it was, and when you do a special maneuver, they hit you with all these different angles, and they're like, "We should just do that on the broadcast, bro."
Yeah,
right. When I watch it, it's like video game shit. Like, you know what I mean? When like when Stone Cold was stomping him out, or when he was hitting him on the top of the turnbuckle, and they just hitting at different angles, and it was just like, and there's zooming in and out all crazy, and like, oh shit.
Yeah, like you got to keep it moving. And Jay Tan said, "Didn't the Godfather say he was the owner of that strip club?" Yeah, he is. That's a shoot.
I think even. One of the stories is when he first opened up, people thought he was the bouncer because he would be in the front. You know what I mean? Just holding down the fort. Yeah, like, this is my shit, bro. Hold on. Put your hands against the wall. Just patting motherfuckers down. You ain't in here with the strap, bro. Put that shit back in the car if you want to fuck with these hoes. And they just
Alex,
talk with Jake. What up, bro?
what up?
with you being there, man, you might be able to get him to be on your show now.
Yeah, we're gonna figure this out.
You broadcast live from his place.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't mind saying this, but like, we don't never pay nobody to do nothing. But there's a chance to pay Russo to bring on Vince Russo. And I swear to God, he has like this whole criteria of shit, apparently, because I know someone else that's like that in the process of booking him.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a whole criteria of shit he don't want you to ask him. So like, if he doesn't want to ask about the Montreal screw job, this is how I'm gonna say it. So there was this guy. He was the excellence of execution, and he's not from America. He's from a neighboring country, and you screwed him. Is this true?
That's funny.
Like, it's only $100 too. And then I told Hustley, he's like, "Oh, we're doing that." I'm like, "Right." So like, we haven't made the call yet, but like, you know, but now that in like, because this was before we even like. He even mentioned to me, "Hey, you know, I got this wrestling channel. I've just been sitting around. We could probably kind of resurrect this." You know what I mean?
So if we do that, Mike, we're gonna make sure that you're on it too. We got to come up with
I'll be there. I'll have questions for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll probably be better hard. You ask the questions too.
We'll get him, bro. I'll get him for you.
We'll put his feet to the fire.
Yeah, he also can't stand Jim Cornette.
Jim Cornette, so I love Cornette, but you're right. Yeah.
Cornette, and that would be awesome if somehow we could finesse, because I know Jim Cornette would be down to be on the spot with him. You know what I mean? Like a straight shoot. And like, because he always says it on content. "Oh, that Vince Russo, that fucking hack. And listen, if I was like, listen, man, get me in the same room as him. And listen, if I could do that, it would be epic. If we could do that.
That'd be fucking awesome.
It would be.
You let me know. I'll make sure I buy a Cornette shirt before that. Piss him off.
I'm gonna have a fucking tennis racket with the fucking leather sleeve on.
And the white jacket. I'll get a white jacket also just to wear.
Oh shit. Jim Cornette is okay. What's funny is that like him and what's buddy bald with the ponytail? Help me out here. The
Heyman?
Jewish cat. Heyman.
Paul
Heyman, right?
Okay.
They always hated Vince. Like a deep disdain for him, but also like a can't beat him, join him type of shit.
Yeah.
And that like their contributions to what it all became. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's incredible. You know what I mean?
And David said, "Look, it's fucking Waldo." Yeah, what the hell is Johnny Knoxville wearing?
I mean, listen, bro, you got to find him. Where is he?
Sami Zayn found him with a big boot right away.
So no Intercontinental title match, no U.S. title match, or we get Johnny Knoxville against Sami Zayn. This is.
Yeah.
I mean, how come those titles ain't up for grabs? Because they're constantly doing title matches on cable TV spots, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Intercontinental Championship's different, though. Like that one is always.
It should have been a part of the. I thought we were gonna see.
It should have been a ladder match for Scott Hall.
Yeah,
there should have been a special ladder match this year.
That would have been fucking awesome, and they've already done that in the past. You know, as a tribute to those guys, anyways.
If you're doing things like finding Olympic, like he's the Black Kurt Angle. If you're doing things like that, why not go back to the well on like you said, like ladder matches and you know what I mean? Like do some nostalgic shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Life in Sports Dr. Jake said the women's match last night was lit. Yeah, I didn't like the finish too much, but it was pretty good. And then he also said, is Tyreek Hill a number one possible pick for someone this year?
I mean, an idiot. You know what? This is why I say an idiot. Is because Tyreek Hill could still be that guy. This is Tyreek Hill that's gonna be in a Shanahan system. He's gonna be with Mike McDaniel, and Mike McDaniel is fucking Yale grad, been with Shanahan since Washington, bro.
Well, they're already talking about how they're gonna use. Well, I mean, at least we've heard it, not from McDaniel, but how they're gonna use him like Debo. Who knows? I mean, that could almost be like what they said about Gibson last year. He's going to be CMC 2.0.
What about Tua?
Yeah, true.
What do people say about Tua right now? What do people say about Tua? The tuna fish can only go short, right? but he's had a bad offensive line. Them bringing in Armstead, and now they're going to implicate the zone, the wide zone schemes, right? Just automatically helps QB, right?
Yeah.
Now you someone like Tyreek Hill, they're gonna have to play honest. Listen, there's gonna be some times where we're gonna see Tua be able to stretch the field like old Tua from Alabama. Like that's still in his repertoire. You know what I mean?
Hill can get behind most DBs if he's not
Yeah.
getting double covered. He's gonna get
And
behind
then,
them.
and then even better, now you're in a scheme that's gonna allow you to just get the ball out to Tyreek quick and let him do the rest. You know what I mean? Like, here's another thing.
This is the longest squash match in history.
It is. This is terrible. Why are we watching this still? Give me Becky Lynch 2.0 real quick. Put that match back on.
Yeah, this shit's kind of ass.
This is bad.
But this is why I say only an idiot's gonna take Tyreek.
Here comes a gimmick. What's the gimmick? Oh, mousetrap.
Oh, he went under the apron. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe they throw out some thumbtacks here.
I gotta say this though.
No, mousetrap. It's mousetrap.
Let people look at Tyreek Hill like he lost value.
Yeah.
So we can get him at a value.
Yeah.
If we can get Tyreek Hill in the second round, I don't give a fuck who's throwing him the ball. He's still Tyreek Hill. And we're getting him in the second round. You know what I mean? Redraft. 12 team.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe even later in the super flex if you're rocking with us, because I'm going QB early on these hoes. At least one of them.
All right, if we're gonna see this for this long, Knoxville better start fucking him up. And here he goes.
Hey, you know what would be tight if like Knoxville pulled out like a syringe of adrenaline and just
did a Pulp Fiction to himself right in the chest.
Yeah, without even being OD'd, just fucking.
Dude, Knoxville's so weak he can barely like lift up the table.
I mean, you know, Knoxville. Listen, Knoxville's not a pro wrestler, right? But he's took several bumps in his time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. He's taking bigger bumps than any wrestler in that locker room.
Hey, you know who's never taken more bumps than anybody in that locker room is Steve-O, though. I'll tell you that much. You see what I did there? You see what I did there?
I see it. I seen it. I seen it.
If no one knew what I was saying, I meant bumps like a pro wrestler, but bumps like snorting cocaine. I'm a lyricist, you know. Everything's a double entendre.
This is bad, guys.
Yeah. Johnny Knoxville's got some color.
I like it.
He got it the hard way, huh?
Hey, Vince McMahon is finding different ways to do things because you know they're not allowed. I think maybe only on pay-per-views now.
Yeah, the TV deal they signed doesn't let him do it, I think.
Yeah.
So or they get like fined if they do.
Yeah, but he's smart because look at this. He's like, you know what we'll do? Give me that jackass guy. He was like that because they just revisited this. They're revisiting this now because they just did this in Royal Rumble, right? They just brought over like Wee Man and all the motherfuckers.
And now Party Boy's in the ring. Big distraction for Sami Zayn.
Why?
A fucking horn?
Oh yeah, that hair horn.
Oh shit! In his ear, bro.
Who is that?
Who is it? You said.
See now,
Party Boy.
Party Boy. Now I'm finally getting Party Boy. Yeah. Oh, that's funny, bro. This is so bad. This is so bad. I'm literally laughing out loud. It's actually great. Actually. It's actually great. It's so bad. It's actually great. Oh shit.
And Niner MMA, he's got a question for Bogard. He said not wrestling related, rap related. The song Perfect Pint by Mike Will. I could hear you doing really well on that beat. That's all. Sorry for
nice. Hey, I just killed this Jackson 5 joint, blood. That shit went crazy. I sent that to you, right, Hus?
Yeah.
It was all so it's a Jackson 5 sample, but for everybody that grew up in the 90s, the All About the Benjamin song when the Biggie's verse comes in, that's the same sample. And I found this shit like years ago, and it's just on my playlist. And I was trying to figure. I was on mushrooms on the way to the studio, so I sent my man's. You know, they got a head start on me. I'm like, let me send them this sample. I'm like, let's flip this one. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That shit goes crazy, bro.
Hell yeah.
But I had dummy bars on there. Look at this. I said, slow motion in the big old ocean, trying to stay afloat, token something potent. What I say? Token something potent. We rock hard like Coke with Arm & Hammer. Pull up to the knife fight, armed with hammers. That's dirty, right? Then I said,
now Wee Man coming out. Jeez.
I mean, come on. I told you they're revisiting what they did.
Yeah, so we should probably get Steve-O at the end, right?
So I think Steve-O wasn't a part of it because he was like renegotiating his contract or something with Jackass at the time. But we'll see.
You know why? Because Steve-O ain't on drugs no more.
No.
For years, for like what, a decade now?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, you know, he's looking back, he's like, man, you guys kept screwing me, man. Like,
What?
they just, because he would just sign anything back in the days.
Remember when we saw Steve-O out in public, Mike? You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That was when he was still on drugs.
Yep, that would make sense. He's pretty messed up.
Where was he at? Like, I was just like walking around in Hollywood. Where'd you guys see him
Sunset.
at?
Yeah, just on Sunset.
Yeah, I was about to say, because there's always, that's the Steve-O sites back in the day, that there would always be Steve-O sightings up and, you know what I'm saying? Up and down Sunset, bruh. Hey, I did hella shows on Sunset. Like I rocked the Viper Lounge even. We were like one of the only rap acts. Well, I mean, we opened up for a punk rock band. It was my boy. They were called Melvoy Mouth Rap. They're actually they're not natives of San Diego, but that's where they made noise at, was in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Each one of them was from somewhere else. Like one was from like Redding up here up north and shit. But they did like Spanish / English shit, and it was fucking awesome. And they would come out with the mascara and all that shit, and bitches would go nuts. Like, it was like nuts. But yeah, the Viper Lounge, it was just awesome because when I was in there, I was like, dog, everybody did drugs in this motherfucker and rock this joint. So you know what I'm saying? I did it proper, bro. I was there.
Sami Zayn just booted the shit out of Wee Man.
I mean, yeah, he did. Right? He's a wee man. Yeah. Oh, I just saw it right now. Damn. Hey, you know what, dude?
They go crazy, man.
He probably told him backstage too. Hey, man, really lay it to me, man. Even the slow-mo.
Dude, he got him clean. Yeah. That was a stiff-ass kick right there.
That's like when you kick shit. You know what I mean?
That was a mean one. Huh, I didn't notice that Sami Zayn's pants says Sami Zayn Forever. That's like the Jackass print. They got the booby traps. That's just getting really gimmicky.
Hey, who's the guy that was in Wild Boys with Steve-O? What was that dude's name?
Pontius, Party Boy.
Okay, yeah, Party Boy. That's his name. Yo, he's the savage though to me, because when you put that sock on, you put your dick in the sock and you let the snake bite your dick. That's like,
oh, you know, come on.
Is this gimmick after gimmick now?
Right.
Now it's getting so silly, man.
Oh man, hey, listen, bro. My son should be watching this with me.
He's like, mine's right here watching it. Robert's right here watching it. He just keeps trying to.
How's your little man? My son is 3. He would probably dig this shit. That might be a great intro to wrestling. Actually, it's like Jackass.
Bro. It is.
Now Johnny's got the taser and he's chasing Zammy.
Oh no.
This
is just doing too much.
It's another
gimmick.
I wanted to take a piss. Now I gotta wait. Oh, now I see. Now he's got the taser for real.
And another gimmick. Here it comes.
Yeah, something or someone will come out now and a big old hand. Come on.
Well, I mean, that's vintage Jackass, right?
Yeah, it's like every jackass gimmick, that they could put in here, they did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's
All right,
so
let's
funny.
finish the squash. Come on.
No, I don't want it to end now. Who else can we bring out this motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Goldberg. It's been a long match.
Hey, you know what's the funniest shit to me? When the grandpa, when Johnny Knoxville does the grandpa, when they were
Bad.
doing it in
I love
Jackass,
that.
right? When he was
The
trying
grandpa, I love the
he was
grandpa.
paying
Yep.
the dude to help him bury the body. His wife, she just died. She just died in her sleep. We're gonna bury her in the backyard.
Whoa.
It's getting wild. It is getting wild.
Oh,
They're taking it to the sky. Yeah,
that dude's going crazy.
high spots. I like it.
So I don't even know what the hell happened there. What was that? He grabbed his balls with the vice
He
grip or
grabbed
whatever.
the tongs, like
Tongs,
salad
yeah.
tongs. And he grabbed him by the balls, and Sammy's freaking out. And then he threw him off the top rope, and he hit the table with the mouse traps.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen mousetraps.
Somewhere in the world, Mick Foley's smiling.
And now they got what is this? A 5-foot mousetrap in
Yep.
the ring,
Oh, they're about to fuck him up with this joint.
and he's got the taser still.
They got the goddamn gimmick mouse trap.
And he got him with the taser.
There it is. We got to do a podcast called The Gimmick Shoot.
the gimmick shoot.
Yeah. It's like
I don't know
we're
if
being-
anything's ever going to beat this now.
It failed. Oh,
that
the
would have been
mousetrap
funny. If
failed.
they should have put like a big ass block of cheese right there.
And Knoxville wins. So you
Probably
know
his
that.
contract.
So I haven't seen the Jackass movie yet, the new one, the Forever. But apparently they brought in new characters as well, so the franchise can keep going.
Nice. They're like, listen, man, we've searched far and wide in the world. I bet you can motherfucking send them videos all day, and they're probably like, yo, this kid right here, man, looking like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine there's a dude like for years just sending the motherfucking videos. It was like he just
Mm-hmm.
got put on one day. He
Yeah.
survived all the videos he's saying. He's like, you still alive out there? We're gonna bring you in.
And Jay Tan says, "What is going on?" I have no idea. It's so crazy.
It's wrestling,
There's
bro.
a whole bunch of shit going on.
I ain't gonna lie. This is like
Ultimate
something
gimmick
they would have done in the 90s, bro, but it would have been like way bloodier.
Yeah.
Like, when did Jackass start? When they had Bam Margera and them and all that. And it was like when in the 90s? 1999, 2000? Yeah.
No, it was like
Was
2000.
it 95-ish?
Oh, well, the CKY shit. Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Well, when MTV was actually airing their shit is what I'm saying. Because like you could tell a lot of those videos were from like mid 90s and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like just
yeah.
footage
So what
they
it
had.
was is it was like 2000, 2001, I believe, when Jackass started filming and putting everything on MTV. But Bam, he's been making his movies since the 90s, the CKY movies, and Bam was like editing them and the talk. Yeah, Bam was just like the
Hey,
editor.
Bam was the shit.
Yeah.
Cause like he was like, I got all this money, and then he's like, now I have MTV, and I'm just gonna do all kind of shit. Like I'm gonna get a Ferrari, just cut the top off. Like he didn't like anything you want to do. Like, yeah, I want to build like this. I want to build another house next door, and then so I could burn down the house. That what was his folks' name? He always called him by name.
Phil and April, right?
Yeah, Phil and April. Oh my god, I'm surprised. Like I bet you they're dead now.
It's crazy because it's crazy because like Bam kind of owned MTV before Rob Dyrdek did. Like Rob Dyrdek kind of took over that after that, but Bam had like so many shows on at once.
Hey, his show was the shit though. Very imaginative. I can't stand Rob Dyrdek either because that's like the 13-year-old version of Bam, you know what I mean? Because they're both like skaters, but it was like he's the Opie white kid versus like the cool, you know, his name is Bam, goddamn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And David P said that looked like the circus was in town. Yeah, that was all gimmicks. All Jackass
There's
forever.
a goddamn gimmicks. Now I'm gonna take a piss.
Yeah, I wonder how that even comes about. Because I know they're promoting their new movie, so that's probably why they were there at the Royal Rumble, you know. But then it just turns into this heated battle between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville.
That was a long match just for gimmicks, dude.
Yeah, that was the longest squash match ever, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get a good match in here now, but those two were the ones that, I mean, the Pat McAfee one, I don't really know what to expect from that, but I am kind of curious.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Well, what do we need? What do we have left? They'll have the AJ and Edge.
Yep, we got the women's tag team, the four-way fatal four-way, and then we got Brock and Roman.
So I'm assuming obviously it's going to end Brock, Roman, and then maybe the women's will go second to last.
Could be
Edge. No, I'd say the Pat McAfee, and then before that one, the Edge and AJ.
Yeah.
And those are like 4, right? That's where we're at.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm gonna go pull it up to see if there's any that we're missing. Let's see.
Why are we rehashing this stupid ass match ending?
Yeah. Yep. That's all the matches that we got, the ones that we just mentioned. Yeah, that women's tag team, that one should be pretty good. I like everyone who's in that.
That's it. I had to grab like a Lunchable or something because I've decided I'm going to eat some mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, this would have been mad entertaining. I just think about it. Like, if I was streaming right now, that shit would have been tight. Hey, Mikey, was that you that went with him to go see the Steve-O show?
No.
Oh, okay. How was that Steve-O show? I never got to ask you, Huss.
It was pretty fucking funny, also pretty gross at the same time. Like, Steve-O does some gross shit.
Did he show his testicles?
Yeah, more than once.
I knew it. I've been to one Steve-O show, and like he stapled his testicles to a chair.
Yeah, fuck.
I still can't. Good thing I'm not shrooming yet.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the women's tag team that's coming on right now, the Fatal 4-Way.
Nice.
So they'll do AJ and Edge. What after this?
Hey, AJ and Edge.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Do you think Pat McAfee goes on right before the fucking?
Hey, listen, Pat
if you have Edge and AJ go on before, and they have the best match of the show, it's going to take away from the main event.
Listen, McAfee is probably like closer to the main event, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's because like he's really large, bro.
Yeah.
Like, McAfee is like huge. He's huge with a Y. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they.
What about this Austin Theory guy he's wrestling? Like, is he like a guy they're hella trying to push? Because that's like Vince McMahon's guy.
Dude, he's another Vince McMahon guy. He's like 23. Everyone loves it. I don't see what the big deal is of him. I just don't. I don't know what I'm missing, but yeah, they love him.
And Sasha coming out in fucking Lambo.
Sick. They ran it in.
She does have a cool story, though. I mean, being Snoop Dogg's cousin and her getting to go to the WrestleMania, the one with Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels. Like, that is all pretty dope.
Oh, sick.
She's going to drive it down to the ring?
Hey, I'm going to say it.
She stopped right at the top.
I'm going to say it. That match was horrible.
Well, I mean, Ric Flair was on his last legs there, but
I really would have been laying it to him. I would have had a talk with him like, hey, look, Rick. You know, Shawn Michaels has that really deep voice. You don't even think that's going to be his voice. You know what I mean? He's like, look, Rick, I'm really going to like really lay it on you. You know what I mean?
And Jay Tan says, are there any stipulations in the Brock match? I don't think so.
Who's Brock Lesnar wrestling?
It's Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Sick.
It's got to be no DQ, right? Because they have to have a unified champion at the end, right?
Hey, I said, look at this. In that verse I just did, I said, hella chains like Slick Rick the Ruler, flex like Brock Lesnar, flex like Lex Luger. Narcissist, arsonist, killing shit president, go pardon them. It's bars, bro. Because I said narcissist after, because I'm like full of myself, one, right? But two, because I just said flex like Lex Luger. So it's like multi-layered, you know what I mean? And it'll just go right over their head.
And David P said, "Bitch, get my car back to my house."
All right. Is this the same outfit Seth Rollins wore that Sasha's wearing?
It looks like it, right?
Right?
Hey, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah, because I don't know what was up with Rollins and his whole get up yesterday.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Is John Cena just done with wrestling?
This is working.
Is Cena just done with wrestling because he's trying to do his best Rock impersonation by Hollywood?
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I hate
You're doing a pretty good job, man.
Yeah, I hate John Cena. And then Peacemaker was like, because I was never even like aware of the character from D. Like when it comes to DC, all I know is like Batman for real. You know what I mean? I'm a big Marvel nerd, but like Batman, where DC is just Batman to me. You know what I'm saying? But so like the Peacemaker, I didn't know who the fuck that was, but that shit was awesome.
Now it was real fun. I like.
Now I love John Cena. I'm like, you know, John Cena has a song with E40.
Really?
Legit. He's lightweight on there getting it too, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because like during that whole time with the word life, he was out of Sacramento, to my understanding.
Okay.
He was like, who are those guys? They were on Joe Rogan a couple times. They're like bodybuilding motherfuckers. They're brothers. They're brothers, but they also trained hella wrestlers, I think. But they have these gyms. They're hella famous now. But anyways, he worked at like their original gym.
Oh,
and
shit.
they're like, what the fuck are you doing here just working at this gym? You know what I mean? Like he was just, yeah. I mean, that's as far as I know of John Cena's story. But I remember him saying that shit on Stone Cold's joint.
What the hell? Natalia, she's still in there. Shayna Baszler, she's crazy though.
I remember, you know what I'm saying? I always jock that name, Natalia, right? Or like Natasha, because they sound like Russian spy names to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was, I have 3 daughters, right? And I have 1 son. But like, I forget which one was. I was like, what about Natalia? She's like, fuck no. Like, all right, never mind.
And Jay Tan said, "Did you know that John Cena spoke Chinese?" Yeah, I did know that. I can't remember.
I mean, how else are you gonna fuck these bad Chinese bitches, bro? You know what I mean? There's no hable. He came in there hella smooth. Like, listen, whoa. Start hitting him out. Whoa. Knew the Chinese, bro.
But there's got to be a new tag champion, right? There's no way they beat off 6 of these ladies.
How many?
I can see them pinning Natalia, but they're not going to lose. They're not going to let Sasha lose and Rhea Ripley, are they?
How many titles changed hands last night?
One,
right? The tag one.
The women's championship.
Oh, the women's championship. Okay.
Yeah, the Usos defended, and then the RK Bros defended tonight.
We got to get some new tag team champions here. There's no way Zelina Vega and Carmella.
How many tag motherfuckers do they got? They got hella belts for each show or what? Hella tag. They got. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what are they? They the Raw joints?
Yeah. So what are these? Are they Raw? Yeah, I think these are the Raw champs. No, they're the SmackDown champs.
Yeah, it's insane. Carmella is a main fixture at WrestleMania, and Big Cass and Enzo are nowhere to be found except indie shows.
Yeah, that is it's pretty crazy how that worked out for all of them.
Yeah,
because I wonder if because she didn't get brought up to the main roster when they did, right? Like they had their split. Like she was just the manager for them.
Yeah,
and then
if you're doing a draft, right? Who's your one-on-one wrestler currently right now?
Just WWE, or are we including everything?
Okay, go. Let's go everything. I mean, I don't know too much outside of about nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, all of it right now. AEW, Ring of Honor, whatever the fuck. You're in the draft. You're on the clock. If it's me, I'm still taking Brock. That's the baddest motherfucker.
You're taking Brock?
Yeah, I'm going Lesnar.
This is one of those decisions where I would regret it, but it's like you got number one pick. You got to take the best available player. Even though I don't think he's the best wrestler there is out there, I don't think he's the greatest, but I think number one you would take would still be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I guess if it was his dynasty, he's a 101.
Yeah,
I might only got like a season or two with Brock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was even thinking going AEW and going over to like Kenny.
And see, that's
Kenny
what I
Omega.
thought, but Kenny still doesn't have the transcendent personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's still people that he might walk in the room and they have no clue. Roman Reigns, you send him to Target to pick up some milk, they'll probably recognize him.
You know what's crazy too is they'll recognize him too if they hated him too because it became a thing to just troll him. Remember?
Yeah.
Getting such an obvious push, and everyone would just fucking boo him. You know what I mean? And then like he became a heel, and then like I feel like listen, shout out to anybody who's fighting like real diseases and shit like that. But like I thought it might have been at work when they were like, let's give him leukemia. You know what I mean? Like
that would have been that would have been pretty fucked up to make that like a
I mean, but you put it past Vince.
No, I don't put too much past Vince.
You know what I mean? Listen, I'll pay all the doctors we need. We'll get all the right paperwork. You're gonna have terminal illness, and you're gonna come back, and they're gonna eat you up.
That's what was funny. Like
that's terrible, right? But I'm just saying, like,
but he was still
right.
He was still supposed to be like, a face. He was still supposed to be a baby face when he came back, and they were still booing him. They didn't even care.
So did he stay heel, right? Because
no. Then he finally turned. Like they officially made him turn heel. They had Paul Heyman managing him. That's what really, shot him to the moon. Paul Heyman. Yeah.
Hey,
once again, the formula works
before they feel you. You feel me?
Yeah, what up, Ron? Yep, still going, bro. We got a couple more matches left.
Hey, me and Ron would be a hell of a tag team. Our move, I would jump on the top rope and like I would step onto his shoulders and he would like literally throw me like a dart into somebody's chest.
Did you see Sasha come up short?
Yeah.
And her feet got caught on the middle rope.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to see this right now. Hold on, I want to see the botch. What are you looking for, baby?
We're getting too much of these botches for WrestleMania.
We really are. There's been 3 of them in this match so far.
Hey, listen, people heads are gonna roll, bro. like people, everybody's reporting to HR. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because this is like, and like watch, like me, I'm not the trained eye no more when it comes to this wrestling shit. But you and Mikey, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys are just pointing out all the botches, and I'm like a minute behind y'all. So then when I see it, I'm very disappointed.
It makes it even worse for them.
What do they call this? What did they used to call us in the 90s? The biggest sporting event in, or what did they used to call it? Was it the Super Bowl of sports wrestling?
Sports entertainment, yes.
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl of sports entertainment. That's what they used to refer to this as in the 90s. And they play that song. And old WrestleMania song went crazy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, remember the arcade game WrestleMania? The one that came out in the 90s, though.
Yes.
Yep. Not the big body, but the one where like you beat up Yokozuna and like turkeys fly out of him. You know what I mean?
So where Andre was really slow and walking up the ring.
No.
With the $1 million man, is that the one you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about this was like more. This was where they actually. This was made by Midway, and for those of y'all don't remember, Midway made Mortal Kombat. So in the 90s, that was when they would do the live action. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's pictures of the people. So it's like Bret Hart, all of them. They're doing the moves. So it translates into the game, but it was like an arcade style, like a fighting game, like 2D. And like Undertaker could throw like fireballs, like they were like skulls and shit.
I remember this game, dude.
And then Bret Hart could do like he could like do like a Sonic the Hedgehog type roll into an uppercut, and you fly in the air, and like it was like a fighting game, but it was wrestling. You know what I mean? And then they had In Your House that only came out on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? And that was awesome too. They had like Gold Dust. They had like the second. This was like pre-Attitude Era. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was the era that no one was really into it, but the Undertaker was pretty new. But everyone had left for WCW, I think, or were about to.
Right.
Yes, this was because Razor Ramon was in the first one, the fucking the first WrestleMania arcade game, because it was an actual arcade machine.
Okay, when Razor Ramon threw like a chop, was it a razor blade that it looked like?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this, dude.
Like you would hit him and jewelry would fly out of him and like money and like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like you would beat up Bret Hart and like hearts would fly out of him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like all this shit would just bounce around the ring. It was hella like cartoonish, but it was a live action like shots of them, you know what I mean? So it looked legit.
Ooh.
She got her good with that kick.
Yeah, she clocked her right there.
Now, why does Carmella wear that mask?
I don't know. Like I said, she has to. That's got to be something like you know, like maybe a broken bone or a fractured bone.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Because they actually, you remember the Undertaker. First of all, the Undertaker has several stories of like where he was fucked up and he never misses. Work. Like he had like a broken sternum one time, and he would just wear like a flak jacket type shit. And there was one time where they broke his face, bro. Somebody broke his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he wore the mask, and it made it look hella badass. You know
the Phantom of the Opera mask, yeah.
And then he had a match. He had an In Your House match with Bret Hart. And then this was like Bret Hart was always like the Boy Scout type, but in that match, he's like trying to remove the mask the whole time. You know what I mean? And like it was just dope because it was like, oh shit, like heel type shit.
Everybody's down now. Double suplexes off each corner of the rope.
Give me a second, fellas. I'll step away real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, do your thing.
Everybody off of each rope.
Okay, here it is. They're all here. I'm seeing it now. Wait, hold on there. I'm waiting for it. Wait for it. Yeah. Oh, they're all down. This is how you buy like 3-4 minutes. Like, all right, hold on, bitches. We're gonna come out this top rope real quick. Everybody sell it real quick. How's my makeup, girl? You look good, girl. I wonder if they actually don't like each other for real though, because you know what I'm saying, like, you know, back in the 90s for like kayfabe was for real, you know what I mean? But all these bitches, they be calling each other on social medias, or like
there's definitely some that do and some that don't. So they had this show, Total Divas. Divas.
That's right. On
Freddie,
right?
Yeah, so Freddie Prinze Jr., he comes up with the idea for this and like pitches it, you know, to WWE, and they're like,
because he be kicking it with Ryan Seacrest, bro.
Yeah, and so
you see Ryan Seacrest do that shit. He's like, you know what, bro? You're all brilliant with them Kardashian bitches over
there. Yeah, she said she's down the street, so she'll be coming.
Yeah, and I said okay.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. How you like in Vegas, young noble?
Hey, you hear Bogard? He said, how you like Vegas?
I was yelling like so he could hear me. That was stupid.
And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but so Freddie Prinze Jr. gives them the idea, and they're like, nah, we're not gonna do anything like this. And then after he's gone, then they actually pitch the idea to E, and they get
smart.
Yeah, and then they get the reality show, and it's all based around, you know, the Bellas at first, but I don't know. I think there's like maybe 6 or 8, you know, that were normal.
Hey, I caught a couple episodes of the John. Well, I didn't watch the episodes, but I saw like inserts on YouTube. The John Cena one, because he was with one of them bitches, right?
Yeah, so he was with Nikki, and Bryan Danielson was with Brie. So they were like,
it's Danielson or Daniels?
Bryan Danielson.
Oh, for real? I've been saying it wrong all the time. Is there a Bryan Daniels, or is that the same guy?
I don't know if there's a Bryan Daniels, so I think it's the same guy, Danielson.
The guy that yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Also, it's like Daniel's son, like
right,
Karate Kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's funny.
I like it even better. Daniel-san. Anyways, right? I watched this shit, and this motherfucker was tripping off the bathroom being like a certain way to clean the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
He was like, listen, he was hella OCD, bruh.
Oh yeah.
And I was laughing. I'm like, oh shit, he's like my girl. Hold on. When is John Cena? I bet you John Cena's Aquarius.
Let's see.
When is John Cena's birthday?
Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, Sasha almost got her.
Okay, he's a motherfucking Taurus. Oh, he's stepping in the motherfucker. He's on the cusp. His birthday's this month.
April 23rd.
Yeah, he's on the cusp. But
Yeah.
you know what though? That shit is bullshit. The cusp shit, like,
Yeah.
yeah, because whenever
Like Ricky said,
Ricky
either you are or you aren't. It's just the way.
but it's also too like the reason they do this is because it was like the constellation that was visible from Earth at the time. So it's
Okay.
like for conventional wisdom, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we move through space, the universe moves. Like, you know what I mean? The universe expands, you know what I mean? While we are like orbiting around the sun,
Yeah.
and all the shit's orbiting around the sun, our galaxy is orbiting around something too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't necessarily think.
Yeah. Knew
I'm
we
getting
were
a little
gonna get new
fucked up.
tag team champs. Sasha and Naomi.
I'm feeling it now, though. I'm starting it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm getting there.
Hell yeah.
I need to eat something more with it. That's just disgusting. It's all stuck in my teeth and shit.
And so actually, yeah, this is the Raw tag team champs.
Yeah, okay. I seen that shit earlier. That's it.
Yeah, because Corey Graves, Pat McAfee is on him and Cole are on Thursday or Friday SmackDown, and it's Corey Graves and I forget who else is out there for the Monday Night Crew.
You know what? It's okay because I don't think anyone gives a fuck.
I don't think anybody cares.
I'm just glad that it's still Michael Cole though, and that he brought in McAfee because I actually like McAfee.
Yeah,
And then Michael Cole, he's just part of my childhood still because I was still a wee tyke, like even like the teenager shit. You know what I mean? Like early SmackDown, I was probably like 8th grade. I'm still a child.
yeah, because early SmackDown was what 2000 or 2001. Can't remember when it started.
Actually, I don't know. It's a good
maybe
point.
it did. Maybe it started in '99.
No, for sure because it was
Let me
whenever
see.
actually.
I'm
Look
Googling.
that up because Jericho was tied in with early SmackDown. Like they kept, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it
It was
was
a-
99, April 29th,
There
99.
you go. I remember that shit.
Crazy.
Because they needed
On
something to
UPN.
combat.
On UPN.
They needed to combat Nitro.
Yeah.
I'm not Nitro.
well,
Thunder.
no. Yeah,
Thunder.
exactly.
Actually, maybe look that up. Actually, no. Thunder came before SmackDown, bruh.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah,
sure.
it did. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah.
That was
I'm just saying that was how they combated that. They were like, "Oh
right.
shit!"
They
now they're
needed,
picking up
they
the
needed a
Thursday.
second show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, taped on Tuesday night and then aired on Thursday. So like exactly, you know, how the WWF ended up doing it back then too.
Yeah, they were mobbing, bro.
Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, WCW, they had, you know, TBS and TNT and all them, and they could put it like wherever they wanted. They had the spots for it.
Because they had Ted Turner.
Hell
Bread
yeah.
like Ted Turner. I'm a bread earner, spit it, quit it. I'm a bread earner, ching ching. Bossed up.
Jay
At the
Chan
5
said,
star
who has
film.
the best looking wrestling shirt to buy right now? So I don't know about any new wrestling shirts.
Just always get an Austin 316 or an NWO, bro, and call it a day.
Yeah, because man, those are everywhere I go. I was at Disneyland and I was wearing my NWO shirt, and someone was like, "Yeah, Wolfpack."
Throwing up the fucking, they was throwing up the gang signs at you.
Yeah,
Have
like
you seen the new Cody shirt that came out last night? It's pretty badass. Zack
I remember-
Ryder or Matt
I
Cardona had
remember you
one on.
pointed it out though. You were pointing it out last night. You're like, I would buy that shirt. You were like, that
Yeah.
shirt's probably selling like crazy over there.
It probably is, dude. It probably is. It's pretty badass. They did a good job.
And listen,
I'm
when
glad
you
that
buy them-
Cody got to come back and that he got a big bag, and now that he's going to be a main eventer in WWE, because he probably always should have been, but for whatever reason, he never got
'cause
taken.
that's
serious.
what it.
Yeah.
Kid, this is Vince McMahon. You know, look at this. He hates the roads clearly. right? She finds different ways to shaft him, right? In my version, at least, right? But then he goes, "Hey, Cody, I like what you did over there. You know, you really earned my respect." You know what I mean? Because he was part of the train that went started AEW, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so for Vince McMahon to bring you back, Vince McMahon is the devil.
Cody
You know
is
what I mean?
the epitome of the
That's
American
like
dream.
he bought his soul back.
Oh man, fucking Zeke. Come on.
What did he say?
Zeke's bitch asses out there.
Oh, Zeke.
But Cody,
listen, bro.
I mean, he's
Tony Pasta. Hey, Shay, everybody just draft Tony Pollard, aka Tony Pasta.
It's Zeke and Micah Parsons hanging out. You'll see them in a second.
No, Michael Parsons, you're gonna get in trouble hanging out with Zeke.
Cody,
there they are. There they are.
So Cody, he's even more of the American dream than his dad because he quit working for the biggest corporation out there. Bet on himself. Bet on himself.
Hey, Dusty Rose, the most legendary lisp in the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep. So they put this one on next so that they can have the shit match and then the main event.
All right. How crazy is it that Edge is even wrestling right now?
It is pretty insane, dude.
I mean, doctors are amazing, bro. Like, he has a full titanium spine now. All vertebrae, bro.
And like it's crazy that like his injury, you know, it was a career-ending injury. I mean, luckily he's just in good shape, but now other people are going to be fixed to where they're only going to miss a year of their career, not like, or maybe a year or two, depending on what it is. But
hey, him and Christian have a podcast. I never really dabbled with it, but I wonder if he tells like how he's able to come back.
They stopped it. Like they haven't been doing that for a minute.
That was
I used to listen to that. They always had good interviews, and it was cool hearing them talk.
Because people rock with them. That's why. Yeah. Like when people actually rock with, like everyone rocks with Jericho, so like he could bring on everyone. And like even if there was guys that he didn't really rock with, he would tell them, "Yeah, you know, back in the days, you were kind of a dick. I never talked to you." You know what I mean? Like Jericho's podcast was dope. Does he still do it?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
it's not. He has it pretty often, but I don't think it's as common as it was before AEW.
Not still weekly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
a lot of times
he's probably getting a bag. He's probably getting a bag. I mean,
a lot of times is what it is. I bet you he has a bunch of these interviews kind of in the tank, you know, because he intros them and then it's a big interview, you know, and that's really
there were some wrestlers from AEW that he started doing a podcast with, and they would just get hammered.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the wrestlers' names, but it started in like Germany. They had like a show in Germany, and they would do like different characters like on the podcast. It was audio, so that you would never see like it's all them doing the characters.
Yeah.
But I listened to a couple of inserts from it. It's hella funny, dude, because I don't know any of the inside jokes, but it's just hilarious, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Jericho and them just wasted.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's probably like the best thing for Jericho, getting out of WWE and just going to where he could do his own thing. I mean, he's always kind of doing his own thing on the podcast, but
yeah, I hate Love handles Jericho. I don't like him. Give me the Lion Tamer.
60 or something like that.
Yeah, he's got to be close to 60, right?
What he's got to do is call up that HGH guy we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, everything with Jericho is just a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, like remember that the bulldog where he throws you to the turnbuckle? He Irish whips you to the turnbuckle. Meanwhile, simultaneously, he runs to the middle rope or to the ropes. Then he comes up with the bulldog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so terrible.
Yeah, because it's
like the guy has to sell everything for you, like because he's just doing he's doing a really poor. He's doing his I'm Jericho, motherfucker. You sell for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like that.
And that's kind of where he is right now. You know, you watch him and he's still entertaining when he's on the mic, right? And he's got a new faction, the Jericho Appreciation Society. A stupid name, but it's funny and ironic.
AAS.
And they're supposed to be sports entertainers versus wrestlers, which everyone in AEW calls themselves wrestlers. but they call
Oh, so
themselves
they're making
sports
a joke about it.
entertainers. Yeah, they
Okay.
are. And that's the whole joke. So it's funny to listen, and he's trying to bring these guys up because 3 years ago, the guy that he brought up was Sammy Guevara, right?
Yeah.
You know, the guy was like this panda clown, and now he's pretty legit, you know? And now I think he's trying to bring up a couple other guys. And I forget the other guy's name, but it's all right, man. It's funny. But it's not like anything that you remember Jericho being. You know, it's not the Lionheart and it's not Y2J. It's a totally different version of this guy.
And that's what we want to see. We
love
really
handles
want to see
Jericho.
Y2J. That's who we really want. That was the best version of him.
Yeah. Now it's LHJ, right?
Yeah.
I did like when he was becoming Love Handles Jericho and he would come out rocking the suits.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, because you know they all love Ric Flair. Like Ric Flair.
Dude, what the fuck is
Yeah.
up with AJ Styles? Why is he already bleeding?
He
Because
pulled
it's
the
the
Goldberg
pay-per-view.
headbutt at the wall.
He headbutted the wall?
No, like
Are you
Goldberg. Remember
serious?
Goldberg used to do
Oh,
that?
yeah. So this is on the side of his face. It's coming. Yeah, I guess you guys will see it in a second, but
No, he is bleeding.
Oh shit, he's already bleeding.
yeah, what the hell happened?
Shitload of blood.
You think he had to pinch himself to see if it was real, and he like?
Nah, he just pounded a beer. He pounded a beer. He's like my blood's real thin. You know what I mean? Just blade me up real quick.
What the fuck? Yeah, they probably shouldn't have had the camera on that side.
Yeah.
No, but I think they put it on there on purpose to show, like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, there's already color here. You know,
He's
Vince
already
McMahon,
bleeding.
Vince McMahon pulls out all the stops. He's like, you know what? That jackass match, you really pissed me off.
And Jay Tan said, "Isn't Jericho the lead singer of a rock group?" Yeah, he is.
Fozzy.
I think they're going on tour soon.
I
too.
haven't heard one song, but I think he's like platinum, right? Like he's like
He, I
sold
mean,
a ton of records.
and I know he's big like overseas, also in Europe and stuff. And
Yeah.
He has like a Seattle. I remember one time I did peep his shit. He sounds like a 90s like Seattle like grunge type shit.
I bet that's the cheapest meet and greet that you could get. You know, to
You
see
just go to like
Jericho.
Fozzy, like
Yeah.
Fozzy concert. Judas is an awesome song, but I can't name a single one that he did other than that.
Yeah. And I didn't even know Judas. Yeah, and Ron said, "Hey, Huss has enough space to move around now." Hell yeah. Studio's a lot bigger. That's for
Hey,
sure.
he used to put on the studio. Now he walks into it. You know? You're like,
Uh-oh.
Maybe Edge will come out bleeding.
I know they're gonna have some kind of backstory. Like,
He
Uh-oh.
had a pimple and popped it right before he walked out.
Yeah. So
he's
what's
real
he?
pissed.
So is this rated
not.
R superstar, or is this like Brood Edge? Like this is like
It's
How
like a
long has Ed been wrestling?
combination.
Is he coming back, or has he been around?
he's been around for a few years now. I think like maybe 2 years.
Oh, it
He's
is
been
like
back.
Brood. They got the fire, bruh.
Yeah.
He better come out crawling on his hands and knees, bruh. Remember he used to do that?
Yeah.
And he would show all 32 teeth that he has on the top row. He has 32 teeth on just the top.
So they had the lift for Cody, so they decided to use it for someone else.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, shit, listen, Vince was like, "Look, Jerry, I paid for that lift. I'm gonna use it twice." My Vince McMahon, so all my impressions are whack, but it's funny to me.
What is he wearing? Like a Ministry of Darkness outfit, or
I don't know, man, but he clearly prays to white Jesus. Is this how it is at church when you pray to white Jesus? This is like kind of scary. Is he trying to do? He's doing like a Circa Undertaker. He's like
he is?
like
That's what it
walking half
is.
Speed. Undertaker
fly
is
to the
usually
ring.
moving at like 2 miles per hour, right? He's going.
Uh-oh.
fucking
He just got
solid
touched and he didn't like that.
four. He said, "You don't fucking
You're
touch
touching
me."
my leather,
He
kid.
got really Canadian on him. He's like, "You don't just think I'm nice because I'm Canadian."
This is not the pot of awesomeness. And what's up with everyone in their like robes or capes?
Look
and
at now he's going up to the stairs. The stairs, he's doing his best. He's ripping off the Undertaker.
Wait, Look at his
They
robe
just
or
turned the lights
whatever.
out when he walked up to the apron. He's whipping the Undertaker off.
Watch, look at his robe. He's only got like a cape on like one half of it.
Mhm.
Is that all he can afford? He's like, oh, I'm on the edge. It's a metaphor. You know what I mean? It's just
The Brood were part of the Ministry of Darkness for a while, right?
Yeah, they
it
were.
doesn't give you rights to rip off Mark. What's his name? Hamill. What's his name?
Calloway.
Mark
Calloway. I'm
Calloway.
sorry. There is a Mark Hamill. Who's that? Oh, that's the Joker and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dude, he totally is in like vintage Undertaker outfit.
Yeah.
He just
pretty
ripped off
cool,
the
though.
dead man. I have a problem with that, bro.
Do you think this is? I mean,
Maybe it's
Is it-
because AJ Styles was that his last match? Was that Undertaker's last match? Was it the Graveyard, the Bones match?
no, he's had a match since then, but that was in COVID. That was COVID.
Yeah, that
WrestleMania
was
2 years
COVID
ago.
WrestleMania.
That was actually a really good match.
That was fucking.
Did he have
awesome.
another match since then?
I swear he
I don't know.
did.
I remember seeing that though because they put it on YouTube in its entirety.
Yeah.
They were like, they wanted everybody to see that motherfucker.
Yeah, that was a dope match.
Yeah, it was a fucking movie.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
They're
Jay
tying up-
Tansic, can you do a
tying up in
Mean
the
Gene?
middle. They're tying up like circa 1990s.
There
Here
you
you
are.
go. Here you go, Bogard. Jay Tansic, can you do a Mean Gene Okerlund impression?
No, but I can do everyone that talks shit to him. Look, Mean Gene. Hey, me and Gene was the bald dude, right? With the hair on the sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hella small with the microphone. Everybody punked Mean Gene, man. And you
AJ
know who
Styles
was
is
really dope?
definitely one. AJ Styles is definitely one of the best out there still, even at
He
44.
is.
He hella tried to rebrand himself. I mean, the last time I saw him, he still had like the short hair with the
Soccer mom haircut.
yeah. The soccer mom haircut.
And where was he at for the longest time? Impact
was-
or TNA?
He was with TNA.
He was
yeah.
he was in Impact TNA, and then he went to New Japan.
Okay.
And obviously AEW didn't exist, so he went from New Japan, and then he debuted at that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he
6-7 years ago
was
now.
hella nonchalant, right? They just threw him as one of the entries.
Yep. I was never a fan of him over in Impact or TNA, but I've loved this version of WWE.
He's like one of those, like, I want to be like RVD type guys. Fuck that guy. Can't stand that shit. Like, you want to be like martial arts and high flying and like, shut up.
That's a lot of these guys, like these guys used to be the cruiserweights back
Yeah,
then.
well, I quit wrestling a long time ago, like in the early 2000s. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, that was before all these guys took over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I was I got off it 2002. I think was when I stopped. Even though I went to a show in 2003, and then I got back on in 2014 for a few years.
Hey, this is dope though, because Edge, like, I'll be forgetting, like, Edge is hella OG, and he's still. I mean, I guess you could say AJ
He's
Styles
40. He's
too.
48.
Maybe
He
that's
was in
why
that. He was in that Viking show and stuff. And
Hey, yo, why is he ripping the dead man's whole entrance off, bro? I don't like that, bro.
yeah, there's better be some kind of like respect thing since the Undertaker's gone into the. Hall of
Maybe
Fame.
the Undertaker comes back at the end.
Was he one
Maybe
of the joints?
that's the finish.
Maybe he's new Undertaker. Like, for real, like, he's just like, he's donning the mantle, like,
And
like
everything
when
is
Batman
all
died.
skulls and shit too. Like, I mean, when did Edge
Yeah,
ever
dude,
have
it-
anything with skulls?
I know he was a vampire.
Yeah.
Being a vampire.
Ooh. Watch when you see the replay of the knee to Edge's face.
Did it knock out one of his 38 teeth on the top?
I think it was only. I think it was only spit, but it looked like something was flying.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, there it is. I seen it slow mo now.
that was right on the chin.
Hey, he might have concussed him right there, bro.
Maybe.
Those teeth in his mouth weigh like 6 pounds. So once he clamped his, like that, he did one of those, bro.
Oh.
AJ Styles is super athletic.
He is, dude. He's pretty awesome, man. Like I said, I've really grown to like him a lot, this version of him.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of him in New Japan, like against, I think it was Finn Balor and Kenny Omega and Shinsuke.
Right.
I did see the Shinsuke match with him.
Right.
And they were good, dude. I mean, I had a difficult time understanding that he was the same guy from Impact with the short hair, with the short shorts they would wear, you know?
Right. Yeah, he looked totally different.
Or whatever. Yeah, totally.
That wasn't a good look for him.
No, not at all. But Impact is Impact, right? For a reason.
And Jay Tan said probably paying respect to the Undertaker Hall of Fame. I mean, that's the only thing I can assume because we've never seen him with this, like, you know, this get up at all.
He's definitely getting an action figure out of this costume.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you even said that about yesterday, right? That they're all trying to get an action figure out of these WrestleMania outfits.
All the pay-per-view, they do something special, then bam, the action figure they get out. And look, I mean, not to totally digest it, but look at just the side of his tights.
Yeah.
There's some badass artwork on there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is definitely, someone's going to pay $32 a piece for that action figure. Versus AJ's white and light blue or whatever it is. Maybe he's just trying to play up for the Cowboys.
Maybe.
They got the wrong blue, though.
Yeah, because he's not from Texas, right? He's like from Atlanta or something.
Yeah. My godson ran into him at the airport a couple years ago.
Nice.
Said he was a pretty cool dude, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, they said he was a pretty cool dude.
I love hearing that too. I hate hearing that, you know, someone was a dick in real life.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they probably were only around him for 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when someone's a dickhead in your 10-second interaction, you're like, fuck this guy for life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll give you two examples for me. Trey Parker and Keenan Allen.
When I worked for an online magazine called WWS Mag, right? I interviewed hella rappers, like commercial motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like Diddy was a total dickhead. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even doing the interview. I was just there because I wanted to meet Diddy. I went with my mans, you know what I mean? He was a total dickhead to my mans. I was just laughing like, Diddy sucks.
I believe it. Fucking Diddy. Didn't you say he was like getting his makeup done or his haircut or some shit during the interview?
Mm-hmm. Getting makeup done. You wouldn't even look at it.
What a bastard.
Sitting in a chair, somebody's doing his thing. He was like, hurry up, you have 15 minutes.
Oh, it's so funny. Speaking of that, guys who give like time limits or whatever. So it's hilarious. So we're gonna re-release the Schmitty interview that I did. I'm gonna create a little intro for it, and we're gonna re-release it here in a few days. And like when Schmitty comes on the show, he's like, "All right, dude, you got like 30 minutes." And I'm like, all right, Mr. Big Shot, because nobody's ever given me a time limit. You know, I assume it could be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and you know, I just try to feel it. And but he ended up staying on the show for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is like there's a point in that episode where like he goes, you're like, oh, I got this Facebook group. He's like, oh, Facebook's so dead. You know, everyone sucks that uses Facebook. If you use Facebook, you suck. You suck. And then you go, yeah, 19,000 members. Oh, yeah, we should do some work on your Facebook group. He immediately started writing you, John. It was hilarious.
That's funny, and that's how old it is because now we're at like 70,000.
Exactly. Bring them on now. Where you at now, Schmitty? Schmitty. Oh, Schmitty. I don't know. He's hilarious, dude, because he's so not good at fantasy takes. I said it. And the first time I brought it on the show, I remember this. Comes on my show. It was the 2019 playoffs. So it's already 2020, right? And it's my Niners versus the Green Bay Packers and NFC Championship. And I'm going to this game. And so he's coming on the show, and we're going to set a DraftKings lineup. That's like part of the premise of the show. You know what I mean? Like that was my little, right? And he was like, oh, we have to have Aaron Jones, and you have to have Devontae Adams, and you have to. And I was like, no, give me Raheem Mostert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all know how that went. But it's just funny to me too. It's like when it's my first time working with someone and you're wrong, I can go back and see a history of your track record, and it's just you're like he's very consistent at being wrong. You know what I mean? To the point where I almost need to check this guy's stuff just to make sure it ain't aligned with any of my ideologies because I might be wrong. I might need to reconsider certain things that he's on, and I'm on it
right,
too. You know?
Right.
Like, yo,
Mike, when are you going to get your guys' podcast going? We need an Arizona, podcast.
We were supposed to do this past Thursday. Actually, this past Wednesday we were supposed to do it for WrestleMania. We were going to relaunch it, get everything going. But with the football foundation and stuff, I got moving. We have a big meeting on Thursday or Tuesday with potential sponsors, so we had to just get stuff rolling for that. But yeah, it should be cut. We're hoping to have it come out, if not later on this month, early next month.
Nice.
Once you get it going, that's it. That's all it really takes is just firing it back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fire that motherfucker back up and we're in motion. You know what I mean? We just never stop, me and Hus. We're just like, fuck it. If we never stop, we never quit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Take that. Look at that Diddy. That was Diddyisms right there.
AJ Styles wearing into him.
Hey, I told y'all they were going to show this match before the McAfee one, though.
Yep. I'm of the mindset that they should have had the double main event.
Yeah.
I think.
But Brock and Roman just better not underperform. That's what this comes down to.
Or else Stone Cold stole the show.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
Like the Super Bowl was yesterday. You know, whenever you have a bad
It
Super
really
Bowl.
was, dude. It really was. This is a really entertaining match. There's nothing wrong with any of it. But it would have been number 3 yesterday so far.
Yeah.
Yep. And right now, it might be number 1 of the whole show.
Yeah.
At least tonight's episode. So next year, it's going to be in LA, WrestleMania. Is it pretty safe to say that we're going to get Roman versus The Rock next year, night 2?
They should. I mean, that would be real Hollywood. If The Rock can't,
I guess Cena could do it also now.
Yeah. I feel like there's got to be a Hollywood Hulk Hogan sighting.
Probably they'll forgive him again.
Yeah, it sucks. Right when, we may even make the trip down for that. I've always wanted to go to WrestleMania. It's just never really been in the vicinity where it was close, because you start adding plane tickets and all this kind of stuff. It just gets real expensive.
WrestleMania's be hitting for? Because I remember when it was out here, it was at Levi's not too long ago.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
They're pretty affordable, if you're not in the.
Went though. He took his little man's too. He's like,
they're in the.
I'm like, fuck that shit. I wasn't fucking with wrestling at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're in the stadium, so it's it's affordable. If you're, I wouldn't want to be in the nosebleeders, but somewhere in the middle, I feel like there was $100, $100 to $200 tickets, just in the middle.
Yeah. As long as it's not the floor or the ringside, you'd be all right. You'll be all right. Those tickets are ridiculous. I think I could be wrong. I know it's in the thousands, but I want to say someplace I heard that for the ringside, they were over $5,000 or $7,000 this year.
No, I was even gonna say it was over 20 for some of those because Survivor Series. I remember a couple years ago. Sitting, floor 5-6 rows back. those were $3,000, $4,000 tickets.
That's
so
good goddamn.
So we got so AEW is finally coming out to the West Coast, right?
Oh, nice.
And they're going to be in LA on June 1st for Dynamite.
Ooh.
So we bought tickets. So we're gonna go obviously to California. We're gonna go see the show.
Yeah.
Just for Dynamite, the ringside tickets, I want to say, were already in like the 1,200 plus range.
Yeah.
That's just a regular Wednesday show.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy, dude. Like we came out with, I mean, we got 4 tickets, but it was almost $300 for 4 tickets.
Yeah.
In the second deck of whatever the second deck is at the old, where did the Lakers play? The old, not the Coliseum, the Palace. What is it called?
Yeah. What the fuck is that called? It's the Inglewood something, right?
Forum, right?
The Forum.
Yes. Yeah, it's in the Inglewood Forum, but I don't know how high the second row is. But yeah, it was $300 for just 4 tickets, and then another 40 to maybe it was 45 or 55 for just parking.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, and that's not even a pay-per-view.
What's Edge's finishing maneuver? Is it still the spear?
The spear.
Yeah.
Although we might see a tombstone tonight.
I mean, if he's doing all this shit for the Undertaker,
right?
Yeah.
Hey,
And
you never see short motherfuckers do choke slams, huh? I was just like,
there's not a lot of people who do choke slams anymore at all.
No.
I think the Me Too.
And Jay Tan said The Rock versus Brock would be a dream matchup. I don't know, because I don't know if Brock
We
would
already
sell.
had that, though. We've already had that.
Yeah, we had Brock versus Rock. It was epic. Remember the way that Brock was training? He was running up and down hills carrying whole tree trunks. That was like part of the promo.
Yeah.
And then like it would show The Rock. He'd be training like he's like running through like like not the tires on the ground, but it's like the little things with the wires with the squares. And like, with the footwork.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, they got that. They were running the ill promos like they were training for like a real fight for real. It was like Rocky versus the Russian lightweight. You know what I mean? That's how they were billing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that watch. I gotta that match. I gotta revisit that. I remember the build-up though, because that was like early 2000s.
Right. Yeah, Brock was still
That was
brand
like
new.
the start of SmackDown, wasn't it?
Yep.
Well, his boo-boo stopped bleeding.
I think I want to say the 2001, 2002 SmackDown game already had like Brock on the cover. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, he was already a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, SmackDown
He
was
showed up
crazy
in 6 months. It felt like he was the number one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Heyman, bro. And you come in as the biggest, baddest heel, just destroying everything. And that was when there was it wasn't segregated yet. It was still like everyone goes on Raw and SmackDown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like once he arrived, it was just on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he came in interrupting matches and just fucking guys up. I can't remember who it was first, but like it would be Paul Heyman, like, do it again. Like he was just F5 moves repeatedly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Those are cool days though, right?
Yeah,
Right
Brock
before
was
I got trapped, kind of like
Brock was just walking around like he's loped out, bro. Like
What? Edge has got him in like the crippler crossface now. The trade missions
because he's Canadian, he's possessed by the spirit of Chris Benoit.
Benoit. That's what this is all about, not Undertaker.
It's all of it rolled into one, bro. He's the Canadian Taker.
David P said these guys are sure taking a lot of breathers.
I mean, they're long in the tooth.
Dang, and now he just stole D'Lo's move.
He's just going through all the 90s, early 2000s, late 90s finishers.
Like, they're all gone. And that might have been like an epiphany one day. He was taking a dump and he was like, was that a spear? Oh no, it wasn't a spear.
I'm gonna steal all these guys' finishers and I'm gonna use them as my B moves.
Like,
Let's see if he uses Christian's old finisher.
Oh, all right.
Because you know what's crazy? They are the guys that spearheaded after the Attitude Era. They were a part of the Attitude Era, but they were still gimmicked up as fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they became like the tables, ladders, and chairs motherfuckers. Like once they added the alliance. Well, actually, the Dudleys were there before the alliance, right?
And that he just stole someone's power bomb here because Edge never did a power bomb. I don't remember him ever doing a power bomb.
Didn't he start doing the electric chair as his finisher at one point?
What is that? A Batista bomb? That wasn't a Batista bomb.
Yeah,
That was somebody's power bomb, dude. I can't remember who.
You know what's funny is because the Batista bomb, that wasn't his, because that would have been, I mean, I guess because you picked him up and ran with him and then slapped him down.
Yeah.
No, there was somebody that slingshotted him or off the ropes and would do it. I want to say it was a WCW guy, but I don't remember who. Whoever it wasn't a main, A player. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been. You're right. So I could be wrong if it was like Eddie Guerrero, but I don't think it was him.
Hey, I bet you AJ Styles ain't washed his hair in hella long.
They have a lot of women referees now, huh? It's like damn near every match.
Everyone in the WWE now, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Then you can't knock the ref either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're a woman, right?
Yeah.
I guess. And then also at the same time, they're just on par with the NFL all the time. They're like, well, the NFL keeps ripping us off, with camera angles and all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the XFL shit was innovative as fuck, right?
Yeah, it was.
They took a lot of that shit. The NFL did.
And Jay Tan said, Edge, do the super kick like Shawn Michaels now.
Right? Just start tuning up the band. You just start stomping in the corner.
Oh.
Big suplex.
Ooh, right off the top rope.
Yeah.
Big bumps. Yes. Big cocaine. That's how you know I'm shooting. Hey, they selling the fuck out of everything right now. They're like, all right,
yeah.
But it's definitely meeting all expectations. This has been the best match of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, this was scheduled for remember back in the days, they'd be like, scheduled for one fall with a time limit of 30 minutes. They used to tell us this shit. They used to tell us, all right, strap in, we're going to be here for 30 minutes. They don't do that no more. But, you knew this was going to be a 30-minute banger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got a lot of time to kill, a lot of story to tell, which is dope because they did tell a little story. They actually started up tying up fucking old school 90s, too.
And Styles came up short on that.
That little whatever splash.
He hit his head, huh?
Well, he hit his knee first early. He hit it early.
Yo, why does everyone suck now, man?
Yeah, he just shot that bad.
You get tired in these long. You get tired in these long ass matches. They're trying to do all these high spots, but they're tired as fuck.
And the springboard is really it's not you're not really you were spring the ropes ain't springboard and shit unless you a luchador. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Can he get it on him?
Here we go.
He got him.
What was his mover? What was his maneuver?
I don't know what the hell it's called.
Okay, I see him. He's setting it up now.
Edge still got out. Still kicked out.
And he misses the spear now.
Yeah, I would think it's going to be AJ Styles that wins.
He put him over. Oh, he kicked out. I'm hella far behind you guys.
No, he's going to get speared right now.
Listen, bro.
Because Edge is still a player. It's not like he's out there doing gimmicks. They still make him win.
He's the Triple H lightweight now. The guy from that era. You know what I mean?
He might be the oldest one on the oldest active
roster, yeah. I think his contract, he has 25 matches a year, is what I read. Yeah, which seems like a lot, right?
Compared to, not compared to the 90s when he was probably doing
every night,
300 matches a night or 300 matches a year.
What do you think he's getting?
He got him with the spear.
Oh, he's gonna get him out the air. Okay, he's not letting it know because you kind of set it up for me.
I think it was a $3 million deal he got. What is he doing there?
Yeah, so that's about 125 or 150 per. If he's gonna do 25.
Yeah.
Bro, man, that was whack, bro.
It could have been better. It could have been a better spear.
The timing was bad.
Yeah.
He basically just stood up and let him hit his shoulder. He's like, I'm gonna jump in the air so my feet's off the ground. So it's a spear. It's a vertical spear.
Yeah. Like when
it was bum.
Has AJ ever won a match at WrestleMania?
I think he always loses. Well, actually, no. Didn't he beat Shane? He beat Shane that year, right?
Oh, he beat Shane. That's it.
I wouldn't doubt this is a run-on joke with Vince because when this part of the story that
did he beat John Cena?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I don't think so. I'm gonna Google. This.
Come on, they even showed it. See, they didn't show it slow mo all the way. They showed it slow mo until the hit.
Yeah,
in the replay.
Because it was a weak hit.
It was weak as fuck.
Be my manager, please.
Hey, Edge is like, Edge didn't age well.
Oh, so actually, he's won more than he's lost. So he lost to Jericho in 2016. And then he beat Shane McMahon. He beat Shinsuke. I remember that one. That was ended up being a good.
Was that before he was Michael Jackson?
No, that was when he was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And then he beat Randy Orton 2019.
What? I don't like that shit.
All right.
Lost to the Undertaker in the Boneyard match.
Yeah.
And then
he ain't been around that long, but he's been in every single Mania. No.
Since he's been here, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably part of his contract.
And
so what did you say? What is he? 4-3 or
he's 4? Well, now
4-4 now.
No, he's lost 3, so 4-3. So he was it was a tag team championship in last year's WrestleMania, and he won that.
Oh yeah, with Almost, right?
Yeah.
The guy's name is for real, Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Grapefruit said I ordered some buffalo chicken, thin crust pizza. Hell yeah, that sounds fucking.
I like
awesome.
it, man. I'm at this point right now where my girl's like, man, I don't want to cook. I'm like, I don't want to cook either. She's like, well, I'm like, well, go order. Let's order something. So that's like 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
because like, trying to figure out what she wants takes forever.
Yeah, and Ron said one every 2 weeks is going to take its toll for sure. I mean, he's 48, man. He has no spring chicken. That's a lot on the body.
I mean, pills are awesome, bro.
And Mr. Grapefruit said munchies are real. Facts, bro. Facts.
Hell yeah. Hey, listen, bro. Hold on. I'm fucking hungry in the motherfucker right now. I ate some shrooms. Feeling great, bro.
All right. What's the prediction on the McAfee? What do you think, Bogard?
I think McAfee puts the guy over, and this is not the end of it.
I think McAfee's going to win this.
So then if
they're putting over a lot of the gimmick matches.
Yeah, they are.
You know what? I'm going with you. I'm with you on that one because I love McAfee.
Every single one of them they put over.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true, huh? I mean, even Edge came out gimmicky as a motherfucker too. To be honest with you, he came out as a gimmick Undertaker, bro. I don't like that shit.
Stealing everyone's moves. I don't even know what the hell Edge.
You know what? If he came out there and put his arm in the pyro, I'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? Because then he's really doing his Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like,
I remember one story they talked about with the Brood. It was either him or Christian. I can't remember, but one of them pretty much almost got their pants caught on fire.
Yeah, the leather joints.
Yeah,
because it was leather. It only heated his ass up, but it's good thing because if it was like any other material, he would have went a flames.
Yep.
You know it was funny.
Shit, we got another match?
Oh.
What is this?
Sheamus got some match?
Yeah, so okay, another.
Hey, I like Sheamus, bro. Hold on. Sheamus still does this thing.
Fight Night, that's their crew's name.
I'll fight any man. I mean, he's Irish, right? Or
Yeah.
he's Scottish?
I think he's Irish.
I'll fight any man.
By Butch.
Hey, I fuck with Sheamus. The bro kick? Hold on. Am I having deja vu? We were talking about this yesterday. Huh?
Yes, we were.
Okay. Hey, Test.
Oh, it's New Day. New Day's in this also.
Oh, New Day?
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
bro.
fuck.
They were on McAfee. Hey, you know what? What's his name? They brought that up. They were like, when you came out, you were Jamaican first.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Where'd your accent go?
Yeah, he's what's the Quan? He started busting it out. Hell,
Yeah,
like,
Speaking of a botch, man, when he broke his damn neck right there.
Man, what the fuck, man? Fucked his ass up.
Oh, that was bad.
That was real bad.
When was that? Hey, yo, these guys, what happened to the guys that train these motherfuckers for they train them, they overprice them, they kill them for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me 1,000 Hindus. And then I'm gonna
That was
beat
also
your ass.
like that. I think that was also like the respect, right? Like you got to get your ass beat down.
Yeah, you survive, you come back. Of course, you hear day 5, you already are like, you're a shoo-in, you know what I mean? Because they used to pay like $3,000 for these 2-week little courses, right? You just show up to a motherfucking shit and he just stretches you out all day, you know what I mean? Just fucks you up.
make you quit real early.
It was a goddamn podcast. And I do want to do this wrestling joint though. I swear to God, we can get a lot of these motherfuckers, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like if we can get a 15-minute spot with Mick Foley and we had to pay, I would do that.
Hell yeah.
Because it would be rapid fire shit. All right, check this out, man. I'm gonna rapid fire this shit, man. 1-word answers, man. Favorite character that you portrayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got so many of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hardest bump that you don't regret.
I already know who he'd say. I already know who he'd say for the character. Because that was the guy who he always wanted to be.
Yep.
Because he couldn't get the bitches, right? He was like, I couldn't get the bitches in real life, but once I was dude love. You know what I mean?
Getting all the ladies, got all the dance moves, got all the swaggy
No. He got the one dance move.
Well, I mean, you know.
Yeah, he did the knee shake
just
and
the
dive and
All he
shaking knees.
If you're comparing
Billy
that,
White Shoes. Billy White Shoes was a football player. He made that famous first.
He did.
yeah,
He did.
yeah,
Am I saying that right?
yeah,
You are.
Billy White Shoes? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was on Peyton's Places.
He only wore the white shoes, bro. That was like really stand outish, bro. That's kind of
Yeah.
fly, actually.
Like everybody hated him for that because you didn't do that. It was almost
He was
like
scoring touchdowns and didn't even do the dumbass dance, bro. That shit is tight.
Damn, dude. New Day is so much smaller than these two guys.
yeah.
I mean, they're high flyers, right?
Yeah, I mean, Big E's the one who's like the heavyweight, and he's not there anymore. Yeah, especially compared to Sheamus.
How come that Biggie guy don't rock with him? He's not like just an outside guy. Like I was about to say,
you saw it. No, the guy who fucked up his neck.
Oh, he broke his neck. Oh, okay, so that's what put him in. Oh, that was a shoot, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this whole shit up. He's probably hella happy that happened to him. He's like, hey, look, Vince, pay the settlement, bro. You feel me?
Xavier Woods. Never forget his name because we got,
From the Cowboys?
Yeah. Now he's on the Panthers, but yeah.
I used to pick on him in fantasy.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what I mean? You can start early on, they used to have him in coverage too. Remember that?
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, I've started tight end against that motherfucker. He sucks.
But for fantasies, I mean, this past year, he was a stud.
Oh, for sure. No, I'm talking about early on Xavier Woods, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like
he was on the Cowboys.
Him, Barry Church, they were just better outside of the Cowboys. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They were like the same era, right? Those two.
Yeah.
Oh, he was he was the youngster with Barry Church. That's right.
Yeah. And Ron, fun.
They moved on from Barry Church for Xavier Woods, even.
Yeah. And Ron, funny said, I don't get munchies like I used to. I don't like crave food. I just enjoy food more when I'm high. I think everything is enjoyable.
Yeah, bro. Hey, listen.
What?
I think I started getting high when I was like 12 or 13. And like, I remember just the first couple years was just adventuring everything again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Trick cereal. Like, you know what I mean? Like oh
There
my
was a
God.
squash match, Alex.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like Johnny Knoxville got like 20 minutes and like
These guys get
That's
3.
it?
Five.
Oh, what?
What's up
Oh,
with
okay.
that?
Booker T ain't gonna like this.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. Especially like the New Day, like longest reigning tag team champions of all time. Like, come
It's
on.
supposed to be the record, right?
Yeah, they got
That's
it.
why they're dropping it then.
No,
They
they
already-
already
they
had
got-
they're nah,
They
they
got
already
the record.
yeah, they had the record already.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, that was bullshit. What was up with that? Out of all the matches, that's the one that's like the quickest, like squash.
I thought that was gonna be the Stone Cold one last night, to be honest with you. But then they ate up hella time. The best way to do it, like we're gonna go for a walk.
Yeah, the match was
Yeah.
actually 14 minutes and some change.
Yeah, they went for a walk. That's why.
Yeah.
They went for 2 walks. They
Yeah.
went for a walk, then came back, went back over the barricade, then went back in the ring, went for another walk, and then that's where Stone Cold got his suplex on him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Up took the ATV to the top of the
Yeah,
ramp.
exactly. Yeah, they
Yeah.
took for a ride even now. Hey, that was funny. Look here, you stupid son of a bitch. We're gonna take a ride. Hey, he's just loving it. Like, can you imagine that, man?
That was shades of Biff Tannen right there because Kevin Owens was trying to leave, but he couldn't start it. And that, yeah, just like that, what you said, he comes up, you stupid son of a bitch. Nobody can start this but me. And he starts it up and takes him all the way up.
Oh, shit. Just say I'm family.
Ron, you're a savage. He said, I remember destroying 20 box of ice cream sandwiches getting high with a buddy in high school.
Because they're so small.
Yeah.
The ones you buy from the stores,
The little square
they're not
ones.
like the joints you get from the motherfucking ice cream truck. You know what I'm talking
Right.
about?
Yeah, the ones that are pretty long as well. Not
Yeah, they're skinny than a bitch.
yeah.
We'll eat it. We'll smack a whole box out. One sitting,
Yep.
bro. You know what I mean? And I remember I used to just like listen. It would just be the little inferences too. Like I thought I was slick when I was a kid. I'd throw clear eyes in one eye and then come through rubbing the fuck out of the red one. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my fucking allergies or some shit. Right? You know, as a kid, like if I'm like 15 years old and just rubbing down. And my dad, he used to smoke too. And I swear to God, we'd be laughing because I look at him, he got one clear eye too. We just some high ass motherfuckers together, but we ain't smoked together yet. You know what I mean? I get hella high. Sometimes my dad, he be getting mad at my weed. Like, nah, that's good enough. Like, what?
Yeah, it was
After
after
the top shelf. Pops is like, nah. He be hitting my homies up. He hit my boy up. Like, I'm like, I get it from him, Dad. Nah, he's giving me a better deal. Like,
This is an awesome moment.
Yep, I never after high school never had to fuck with the clear eyes.
So
yeah, I got caught smoking weed so much that I was just like, listen, bro, I'm high. And what?
we got 29 minutes in this show,
29 minutes left.
and we got 2 matches.
Yeah, so these are gonna be quick hitter bangers right here.
Got to be right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks, man. Or how about this? The McAfee joints go. Well, what's next?
It's got to be that one.
So the
Gotta be
McAfee,
McAfee.
and I told y'all. See, I say he's too large. That's got to be like the semi-main event, right?
Yeah.
And then so that one's got to be the quickie. If we could see a decent Brock Roman Reigns match, but I also will say I bet you Brock got it these days where he's like, you got me for 8 minutes, Vince.
Yeah.
You want me anymore?
Not a
10
second
million.
more, otherwise I go into
10
overtime.
million.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't doubt his contracts like that because
Oh yeah.
Vince McMahon raped Sable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's his wife. So he's forever he's just holding that over his head. Like, listen, do you want me back?
Nigel, what up, bro? Nigel coming through. I haven't seen you in a minute. Coming
I
through.
know.
with the super
Hey,
chat.
shout out to Serbia. Hey,
Yeah.
man, I hope you're safe out there, man, because I don't know geography, but I'm wondering, is that all in the same vicinity? of everything that's. I mean, I know
I
it's
don't know.
madness out there.
I don't know.
period.
Probably not. I hope not. But yeah, shout out to Serbia. What up,
Yeah,
Nigel?
man.
And so he said, shout out. What are your favorite moments of this WrestleMania? I mean, the
Stone
Stone Cold.
Cold.
That's number one. For sure.
I said the favorite moments. What? I said because he was drinking 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers. That's 2 plus 1. I know math, geometry, geography, ride ATVs.
Is this live with The Undertaker, or is this just a recap of last night?
No, this is live.
Yeah, because remember they bring them out. They bring the motherfuckers out.
Yeah, they brought him out yesterday also. He talked for a long time. Like they gave him a long speech, and it was crazy that Vince came out and introduced him because usually that doesn't happen. Like we already know.
Hey, he's hella mad. He's hella mad that Edge came out and tried to steal his whole shtick, bro. Give this man a microphone. He's gonna say something about it. I swear to God.
Right.
So for Nigel, what else are some favorite moments of this WrestleMania today?
Cody showing up. If Austin was number 1, I still think Cody was number 2.
That was huge.
Hey, now this is number 3 for me right here. Undertaker coming out with the look on his face like, "Fuck you, Edge."
Yeah,
stealing my shit.
Hey, keep toning that bell. What did it say? What's the? Hey, look at bro. He's the dead man still, bro. Hey, if you see him at McDonald's in the morning ordering a black coffee and a sausage McMuffin, bro, he's the dead man.
Yeah.
You see him at Ross shopping for like, you know what I'm saying, a bargain robe, bro, he's the dead man.
So I got to see him twice in person. Once was at Vengeance 2001. He was the American Badass, and then back at I believe it was No Mercy in 2016 when he made his comeback, and it was a Hell in the Cell, I believe, with Bray Wyatt. And man, that entrance is it's epic.
It is.
I saw him the house show that I always reference because that was literally like the third. That was the third and only other event I've ever been to, and that I ain't never been to nothing but house shows because that's all they would do when they would come to San Jose before, like, you know what I mean? Like this became a thing. You know what I mean? Because they would be like in San Francisco, or they'd be in Sacramento, or Anaheim, or LA, but San Jose would be like where they would do the house show the night before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's how it was for the longest time in San Diego, also.
Yeah, right. We're like the best. We're like we're the sidestep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The West Coast wasn't a big deal though back in the day, as it is now.
Yeah,
that is a good point.
LA was the spot. That's about it.
Yeah, because the territories were way out, motherfucking east and south.
Yeah,
so it's like that's all you really gave a fuck about, like frequenting. You know what I mean, through your routes and shit.
Yeah, West Coast is too far.
I love that they still are rocking his whole entrance. Let's go.
Right. That was longer than the New Day's match.
Oh man,
that's fucked up. That means he ate up most of the rest of the matches, right?
He did, right? So something's going on next.
Just walk away now. Now he's just standing. He has to look back one more time. Listen.
So the first time I saw The Undertaker, I don't know if you guys remember. Do you remember the Monday Night Raw where he shot lightning out of his finger and blew up the Jumbotron?
Yeah.
We were there for that show. That was a Raw here in Phoenix. Gerald, myself, I think my brother Mark is a little kid, and maybe even Matthew, my brother. But yeah, that was it.
This like early 2000s?
Dude, it had to be. I don't think it was 2000. I think it was like 98, 97, 99.
Yeah, it's the black leather. It was the black leather.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And so there live, we couldn't figure out what the hell was going on because you just saw this little line move. That was a string from the ring to the Jumbotron, right? or the Titantron as it was called
But
at the time.
watch it if you're watching it live. I mean,
If you were live, all he does is point, and then it blows up, and we're like, "What the hell's going on? Why did that little light just come on and then it blow up?" Like, okay, I guess he just pointed to it. Well, later that night, because it was tape delayed,
exactly.
You know, because we're in Phoenix on our time. By the time it aired nationally, we got home and we got to watch the main event, and we saw it. We're like, "What the hell? He didn't point. Lightning didn't come out of his hand there." But yeah, dude, that was the big one that got it. Especially my brother right at the time. That was like, "Michael, there was no lightning when I saw that." I'm like, "I didn't see it either, bro." But he must have done it because it's on TV. And he's like, "I don't know. This doesn't seem real all of a sudden." Like, how do you tell your little brother, right? Yeah, but that did it, man. I think that kind of killed kayfabe for him.
Yeah. And here you go. Nigel said, "We'll never forget the first time I saw Undertaker live. It was when I was in the States back in 06. A memory I'll never forget." Nice.
Undertaker was always cool.
He's just so stoic, and he's just hella slow. Like, you know, it's a 10-minute entrance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Damn near.
He's mobbing real slow-mo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it's just like he's been doing it for so long too. Like, it's so crazy.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. The match no one cares about except, I guess, Pat McAfee.
I mean, I do. I love McAfee. He's part of my everyday for like the past 3 years, for real. I want to say, yeah. Well, I mean, because I love podcasts, and like he kind of replaced my podcast from like all the shit. I used to fuck with hella different fantasy joints. But then at one point, I started doing my own fantasy content, and I just kind of just stopped fucking with hella people's content because I don't like people like corroding my own ideology, because I've came to a point where I'm like arrogant to a degree where I think like I don't want anyone, especially people I respect, because I only listen to people I actually respect, especially people that get things right. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker said that. Because I remember shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like Nigel said, I feel bad for people who never got that experience. Hell yeah. And then right below, what is this? Lambs. We'll just say Lambsy said, "I wish I saw him live." Man, it's a whole different experience seeing it live.
It is. It is.
That house show I saw him at, he was in a tag match with Kane.
Nice.
So it was kind of tight because they did their own entries individually. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, and he was the but see, at the time though, he was the badass. So
yeah,
I didn't see the stoic entry. You know what I mean? Live, but I mean, still even watching it at home is just iconic, bro. It's just
it's great. The music, everything, the smoke.
Yeah, I really do like the badass character though. I really
he came out on the Harley and all that.
I fucking hated that character.
Why? He finally.
Well, you love CM Punk, so I'm gonna imagine you'd hate the American Badass.
Dude, I hated the American Badass, man. I couldn't figure out why he came back as that. I mean, now I know, right? But at the time, I remember thinking, "Wait a minute, he's supposed to be supernatural. Now he's just a man in a motorcycle."
Yeah, and
then that one bothered me so much.
He used to be from Death Valley, and then
Death Valley, yeah, he wasn't from Texas.
Now he's from Texas,
and
he's coming out to Limp Bizkit.
Yep. Like, I remember being excited when he came back that night. Okay, during it was a pay-per-view where he came to save somebody, and it all went down. And I remember thinking it was cool, and I was like, okay, maybe this is just like a one-night thing, right? But, you know, Monday night, it came back, and it just... Yeah, dude, it was my least favorite. That was my least favorite Undertaker.
I liked it.
And I remember me and Mark in WCW. What was that?
I liked it because now he could rock the mic. Before that,
finally got to talk.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and he would have somebody else talking for him, like Paul Bearer, or like.
I love Paul Bearer though, dude.
Oh yes.
I just liked it because it's more real
every time.
Kane is back. Kane.
Hey, fun fact. This ain't even me, Johnson. You know, I be having like some isms, right? And I'm on the shrooms right now, and it just reminded me. This motherfucker, he actually was an actual mortician. Like,
yes.
And like,
Yeah.
So like while Vince was like interviewing dude, and he was like, because he had Paul Bearer before he had Undertaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before he had Mark
Calloway.
I was about to call him Hamilton this time. I was like, what did I call him earlier? Either way, Hamilton. Yeah. Anyway, like goddamn, he was an actual mortician, and that's the genius of Vince McMahon. Like, how about this? Vince McMahon, he presented the award for Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't just do this for anybody.
No.
You know what I mean? He does this for the
No,
brain.
he literally doesn't. No, he literally doesn't do it for anyone. Maybe
he
in the
did it for
beginning
Stone
he
Cold,
did it.
right? Did he it for Stone? Did he do? Oh no, Bret Hart did it for Stone Cold.
I don't think it was Bret Hart, but no, it wasn't.
Oh,
Vince.
no, he did it for Bret Hart, Stone Cold, right?
You know, I cannot remember right
Man, I don't even remember that.
Either way, I think Vince did do Stone Cold though as well.
now. David P said Vince looks like a stroke.
Hey, Vince is lifting hella, bro. Hold on, Vince is squatting like a thou wow.
Yeah.
At 3 a.m, blood.
That's fucking crazy, man. Vince ain't playing.
Yeah, dude. I just don't get this guy.
Yeah. I think McAfee wins, especially now. Vince getting behind this guy, you know, all like that coming down here. Just more of a reason why he'd lose.
Hey, he did McAfee's show, and like,
yeah,
it's funny because he was like,
I actually did listen to that one.
Hey,
they talked for a long time.
Because Vince don't do anything for nobody.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is like Brock went on there the week before that or 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because like Brock don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and Brock's a UFC fighter too, where like he had, you know, he was man, like, you know, he might have been mandated to do certain like, you know, interviews for publications, whatnot, like fighter magazines and websites, whatnot. Like he, you know what I mean? Like he don't really do too much candid shit. Hey, Brock got on there and he just broke a table right away. He got on there and just he's like, you can move that table. He's all this table.
Yeah. So I don't know a lot about Austin Theory, but this is the WWE's version of Sammy Guevara.
Kind of. I mean, that's what he looks like,
right?
I mean, Vince McMahon would do that shit. You know what I mean?
Because that was like the gimmick of the phone was shit, man. What's his name? Prince Pretty in NXT.
Yeah, what the hell was his?
Hey, who runs NXT?
Fandango's tag team partner.
Yeah, what the hell is his name?
Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's the same gimmick he used.
I've actually been there because where they shoot that shit, it's at Full Sail.
Yeah.
Full Sail College in Orlando. I've been there because this dude, I don't want to say he's my man's, but he was my man's back then. He ended up being one of my engineers early on. He was going to school there.
All right. This is a cool entrance.
Yeah, so McAfee's coming out with all the cheerleaders, all the cowgirl cheerleaders. And J10 said, Bogard, were you at he was in San Jose show, or were you at the San Jose show when Stone Cold drove the beer truck at SmackDown? He said he was there.
I've never been to a televised event. I've been to 3 events. And they were all house shows. So, and they were always Saturday night joints, like before pay-per-views, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So they were awesome shows, but they weren't televised. So, you know what I mean? Like,
McAfee's got the Space Jam Jordans on. Nice.
So, speaking of a house show, man. So remember yesterday we talked about, I still think the best main event was the Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about, I want to say 3 weeks before that. About 3 weeks before that match, there was a house show here in Phoenix on a Saturday, like you're talking. The main event, the surprise main event we got was Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
That match was actually the practice match for the finish of the WrestleMania match.
That's dope.
So they did it, and we're like, dude, he goes against the ropes, he catches him, he gives him, catches the sweet chin music, gives him the finger, puts him away. I'm like, oh, this would be awesome if he beat him that way at WrestleMania when it matters.
Yeah.
And I don't think he actually pinned Shawn Michaels in the match. Like, they let something happen, so we still had the disbelief that, maybe the stunner wasn't going to keep him down. And then literally 2-3 weeks later, WrestleMania, it's the exact same finish. Everything was identical. And except we got actually the pin this time, right? But
I mean,
we watched it, and I remember thinking it was the coolest ending. And when they showed up, we got excited because we're like, we saw them practice this. This was so cool.
I was going to say, that's like, okay, why not get paid for the practice? Right?
Right?
These motherfuckers need to practice. We're going to make money off them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Vince McMahon is dope like that. Plus, too, when you schedule these events too, like, listen, this already paid for. It's like, this is where you, and then they got to show up too. Hey, listen, you better show up and do your goddamn
right.
Because when the lights are on, go ahead.
Scott Hall talked about how him and Shawn Michaels, they did like way better ladder matches at house shows than they actually had at WrestleMania 10. They said they probably did like 40 to 50 ladder matches on the road to that.
Even the WrestleMania 11 one, because in the full year 360, now Shawn Michaels was the baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And back then they did the, what was it? Monday through Saturday, one show, and then 2 shows on a Sunday type shit.
Damn. He had them eat. Listen, bro. That's how he was like, I'm never going back to that double wide. He would tell him. Like, Vince McMahon's like, everybody's working.
And what up, Jay Levin? He said McAfee's wearing his podcast clothes.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
I mean, he always with the sleeveless. That's his thing. You know what I mean? It's like how Belichick has the sleeveless hoodie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Nigel said these old ass wrestlers are saving WWE now. They got to be fighting through their 50s and 60s.
No, but see, here's the thing, though. That your prime is like 38 through like 45 is like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know, WCW kind of did that for us.
Mm-hmm.
All those guys were like in their, their what?
Wow.
40s?
Yeah.
How old was Hogan in
like
the 90s?
Had to be in his 40s, right?
I hope McAfee's finishing maneuver is like he just punts the motherfucker.
It's going to be the punt, right?
It's got to be something.
So. Like, but I want him to like do like the double crossover, like the leg, you know what I mean? Where they do the funny thing when they cross over their legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be tight. Yo, you guys can see me do it because I like waist up.
So, okay, either this show is going to go way past 8 o'clock Pacific time.
Okay, or Brock just like totally punked Vince McMahon.
Or it's just going to be a squash. Because we got 10 minutes until 8 o'clock.
Hey,
and
they
this
would
match
not
doesn't
do
look like it's ending anytime soon.
They're not going to do a squash with fucking Roman Reigns and Brock, bro. There's no fucking way, bro.
You think they wouldn't?
They did it with Goldberg and Brock.
Yeah.
Did Brock lose that? I never saw that. For real?
Yeah.
But you know what though? Let's be honest here. I bet you ain't nobody like working with Goldberg. Because Goldberg has all the stories of being like a terrible worker.
Yeah, and that's the common denominator is it's Goldberg, right?
Yeah. It's like, all right, it's Goldberg, we're gonna do it quick.
He's got
with the finger pin. Kevin Nash, when Kevin Nash was writing, when he was doing what do they call it? When he was the promoter?
Or, when he was the booker. When he was the booker.
There you go. Thank you. I don't like being inaccurate. Thank you. The booker. He wrote himself to do the finger pin.
Yep. I remember the finger pin.
That's funny. Destroyed Goldberg. He's like, all right, Goldberg. Everyone has a price.
You got to drop it now, the streak and the title. Remember, what was it? Scott Hall electrocuted him with the taser?
Yeah. They went all out. At least they gave him the gangster shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron said, aren't Goldberg and Steve Austin the same person?
Have you ever seen them in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
No, hey, listen. If anybody wants to go out there and look and listen to this, the Goldberg on Stone Cold's podcast, bro, and they're in Goldberg's like compound because that's how ballin' Goldberg is. He has a compound,
Yeah.
and like SoCal, and like they're like we're in Goldberg's garage, and hell of a cars here, Goldberg. With that said, I want to tell you about Carfax. My sponsor for the podcast. Like Stone Cold was funny back then. He would find the ill segues. He was so cold peddling Carfax, right? In the goddamn Goldberg. You know, Goldberg, you had a hell of a cars in here in the garage. You know, Goldberg has classic cars, right? Muscle cars and shit. He said, you know, and then that reminds me of our sponsor, Carfax. And that's the bottom line. Stone Cold says so.
Now he's gonna do commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's hard. Let's go.
He's trying to be like The Rock.
Hey, he's talking shit. That is The Rock. He's doing The Rock.
Damn. Only 7 minutes left, huh?
Yeah, this got to be going longer, man. I mean, maybe
Bro,
not.
listen, hold on. I made the phone call. Don't worry.
Oh,
Don't
wait,
worry. I made the phone call.
Yeah, it says 6 hours. So it's only been
The frequencies. Just tap into the frequencies.
Supposed to go for another hour.
It's so crazy, man. Everything's fractal. Wasn't I saying that yesterday? Everything's fractal. Something in sports as minuscule as a punter, it could be the pinnacle of everything. Everything's fractal.
Right?
You know what I mean? And he's awesome. I remember that's how I first watched this shit. He had an interview with Mark. Sick. I think I'm like only a second behind you now because I can hear someone's background.
Did you miss the swan? Did you see him miss the swan?
Yeah.
Bomb?
Terry.
Oh no, he just missed it right now. So I'm pretty far behind you guys.
Nigel, you're the man. Good looking on another super chat, bro. Favorite WrestleMania match ever. So for me, it's The Rock and Austin #1, and it's because that was the first pay-per-view that I ever like bought myself, and like those are my 2 favorite of all time.
Yeah, he kicked out.
They're not gonna let him go out like that.
I know, right? No.
McAfee's gonna win, man. I'm telling you.
I think he has to. I think he has to.
Especially the way that it's playing out now,
the
too.
way I called it earlier, before I said McAfee puts him over, and it starts, and he's not done yet. Or if he wins, then that's it for him wrestling because he is the commentator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this is,
and he has his other gig, and like, yeah,
it's obviously a gimmick match. He's not going to be a wrestler, you know, all the time.
It'd be a dream boss.
But he's doing a really good job.
Yeah, for sure. He's got some good moves.
He did like some NXT shit too, right? Before.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he's way better than that guitar player Boogs.
Damn. Backflip. Yeah, McAfee's
he's on the top rope now.
He's pretty limber out there.
I mean, he's been on the keto, bud.
Oh, superplex.
Oh, okay. On the feet things?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Kicked
Holy
out.
shit, this guy is really athletic, dude.
Hello, bro. He was a soccer player legit too, though. Oh, and then he goes up and does a superplex after.
He's got to win this match. He's got to win this match.
Listen, this is not the end of this, dog. McAfee's gonna lose this, and this is not the end.
How high are those ropes? Do you think the top ropes? Because he just leaped,
He just landed on his feet and did a moonwalk when he landed.
And yeah, Lamsey.
Then he runs up that mother. Listen, you know what's crazy is that Shawn Michaels used to look so small running up the ropes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like McAfee's hella big, like tall.
Put it
you know
5 feet in the air. That was about 5 feet in the air.
I mean, close to it, I think.
Gangly.
No, it's 5 to 6 feet.
No, let's see. The wrestler average wrestler
Oh, he
6
went for
feet.
the punt and he missed.
Oh, damn it. Now I'm gonna. Oh, they're doing the Ravens chanting on him. Oh.
And Lamsey says, "Damn, Pat looks good. Hell yeah, man. Way better than I thought he was going to look out."
He does have the punt. That is his finish. Now you missed it though.
You see, he tried to do it, man. That's the punt right there.
And see, and you know what too? Hey, it's just like any finishing maneuver. If you miss it, you're fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like he had so much. It was just everything he had, and he missed it. So now he's dead for like a couple seconds.
Uh-oh.
That's how it happens.
Oh no, the small package. What? He got him with the small package.
What? hold on. I hate it because you spoiled it for me. Oh, here he's coming now. oh, that's sick. Oh, because he has him. Oh, that's sick. It's like a reversal. Oh, here it comes. And he did
get him. Wow.
There's always got to be a match that's won with the small package at WrestleMania.
Yes. Yeah, like Circle Bret Hart with Diesel. Oh no, that was Royal Rumble.
No, that wasn't a small package. It was just a roll up, but
yeah, it's still a. Oh,
it was a good ending. It was a good ending. They could do it again. They could do 2 more of these matches now.
Okay, now I'm taking back my statement because earlier I said if he wins, he's just not doing this anymore. This is gonna be a thing, bro.
He looked good out there.
He looked fantastic. They could have given him a real outfit to wear, and we would have believed had we not known he was a punter that he was a wrestler.
No. This is his whole getup every day, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give this man a contract.
He's got a contract.
Yeah, he calls the SmackDowns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny too because even he said on the show several times that Vince he's like yeah, I gotta pay my own way.
Damn, Vince has some bags under his eyes.
Because Vince don't sleep, bro, ever.
No.
He hasn't
He's gonna fire his ass right now. Get
Especially
your
during
ass
WrestleMania
up.
weekend. Oh yeah, he
told him fuck you. He told him fuck you on his show. He's like, hey, fuck you, Vince, because Vince called him out, put him up. He did the video. He sent him a video of him squatting like a thou wow.
Nice.
And he was talking shit. He's like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. He was like, Austin Theory's gonna kick your ass. And he's like, oh, and he's playing AC/DC in the background, and he's squatting a thou wow. I'm gonna do 10 reps.
What? He just called out Vince McMahon?
Yep.
Oh, sick.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Vince took off his blazer.
Hey, Vince throws down, bro.
Vince is losing his time.
Vince is on the good HGH,
80 years old, 85, 90 years old.
He's 76. He's on the good HGH. Hey, Triple H is gonna come out and watch this, bro.
He's got to, right?
He's like, no, Dad, let me do it.
He's got to.
And it'll be Triple H versus him.
Is he gonna do it? There's no way Vince loses his shirt. And
hey, I ain't gonna lie, this Pat McAfee shit, this is like top. This is like right behind Stone Cold for me. He did everything. He even put the headphones on.
Vince got the black wife beater on.
Oh, he was ready, bro.
He's jacked. Vince is jacked.
He took a shot of HGH in the ass cheek.
He's got the vein.
10 minutes
There's
ago.
There's a referee in the ring. We're about to have a match right now.
Oh my God, this is hard.
Nigel, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to what you said right now after this. God. This is pretty insane right now. This time,
damn, he looked just like Chris Jericho.
And he got the love handles and everything.
Right? We got to get Triple H, right? Or are they going to be Austin Theory's going to hit him from behind?
Yeah. He just
don't spoil it for me.
Got to be the ball shot, right?
I told you that we're gonna have a rivalry.
Oh man.
I love it. We're getting 90s, bro. Look at when I haven't watched wrestling in hella long, but now we got Vince McMahon.
Are you shitting me?
A motherfucker. Oh shit!
I can't believe we're getting Vince in a match right now. And McAfee's just selling for him too.
I love it.
This is how McAfee gets more matches, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna let you win, kid, but then you gotta
Let me
get
beat the
your
young
ass
guy, but I
whooped.
lose to you. Yeah.
He's gonna wrestle. It's gonna be like a handicap match between him and Vince and Austin Theory. I love it. No, because look at, they were setting this up for weeks, bro, because
Oh
he
yeah.
sent them the video on the show. And then
Yep.
he also was like, hey, Vince, hey, fuck you, Vince. Like he literally said that verbatim. Hey, Vince, first of all, fuck you. Right? He said that because, you know, his show's uncensored. You know what I mean?
Like
All right.
Pat,
So are we going to get Austin that comes out here to help him?
to help Pat
Steve
McAfee.
Austin? No,
Come
Steve.
out
So we get Steve Austin versus
Bret
McMahon
Hart.
one more time?
Give me crippled Bret Hart for the win.
Even better, right?
That's what's crazy though. This is how much everyone believes in Pat McAfee, like having like one of the biggest shows, you know, in history.
He put himself over
Yeah.
for a long time ago. FanDuel, and then when FanDuel gives you money like that, and like they're the saviors of COVID in that sense, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's when he got that bag.
Yeah.
It was like, listen, man, like you know what's funny is like I like being like the cool kid where I was like, I was hella on him. Because I used to trip like, oh, he's the kicker. I was like, oh, the kicker? You know what I mean? And he had the joint with Lynch. And they were talking about smoking hella weed, bro. I was like, oh shit. That's what he retired for? They were in Canada in this interview. And he's like, how come people don't understand you, Marshawn? He's like, man, fuck him, bro. Like, I was like, oh shit, this is hard. And then they were talking about,
that was nasty, right? We're nasty.
okay, here it is.
Yeah.
We're going to get Austin. We're going to get
Oh,
Austin.
he fucked him up.
That'd steal the show. That's
Yeah,
steal
we
the
got to
show.
get Austin.
That's a dirty Vato move.
Because we need the glass. They're going to give us the glass one more time.
Hey, I love this. This is fucking 90s bad guy, bro. This is Mr. McMahon, bro. And he just has a new crony.
He was a champion for like a day.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, because it beat Stone Cold Steve Austin. No,
Oh, yeah.
Vince McMahon.
When was that? Like a couple years ago?
Oh, shit.
I mean, classic WrestleMania.
17, 20 years ago?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. Okay. I thought you meant recently.
It was just for like a pay-per-view. He ended up winning it. And then like on Monday Night Raw, he
dropped it back.
And classic Vince McMahon is getting someone put over at WrestleMania. Always be in the corner of someone at WrestleMania.
Hey, this is dope, bro. Hey, this is a fucking storyline to come.
Mm-hmm. Maybe spikes it on his ass.
Now they're just getting ridiculous. He gives them the punt.
Oh, hey, McAfee's gonna get the last laugh eventually.
Damn.
Not tonight, but I'm saying like in the storyline, like in the arc, in the story arc that we're gonna see. Oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he hits him with a little pee-pee punt.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Then he gets him.
I was hoping we'd get Steve Austin. But if he starts kicking him afterwards now.
Nigel said Pat should have waited until after WrestleMania to sign his FanDuel contract. Could have got more money. Hell yeah, man.
Nah, man, he's gonna have to re-up. You're gonna have to re him up eventually.
He's got to blow. I mean, as big as he already is, like, man, that'd be crazy if this like doubled or tripled everything that he has going on. That'd be kind of insane. I guess I'm excited to listen to the Pat McAfee show tomorrow.
It's coming. It's got to be coming. This is too much setup. Pastiche here.
Come on. Come on. What's going on? Come on.
It's coming. They can't end it like this, right?
No,
I mean, maybe.
Come on. Someone's got to come out. Someone's got to. Come on. No way. It's happening. He's going to steal the show 2 nights in a row.
There it is. It was set up.
And Nigel said, what's happening? Talk to me. Stone Cold. The glass shattered. He's coming down the ramp. And Vince McMahon. He's looked like he's seen a ghost. Here we go. This is what everybody paid to see. Austin versus McMahon. The old redneck versus the old man. Stone Cold's got his knee braces on.
Oh, no, someone called it?
Stone Cold's back.
There. Oh, shit.
Stunner.
Oh, they're gonna make a match.
Oh, shit. Look at the way that Austin Theory sells this stunner. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Damn, dude, this is like.
Oh, hell.
That just made Austin Theory's career right there.
Hey, he just made The Rock proud.
So high up in the arm.
He sold that shit like The Rock would.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, The Rock would have sold that much. The Rock would have bounced all the way over the top rope, though.
Yeah.
Like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Mikey kept saying it. He's like, Austin's got to come out. Like, it's got to happen.
All right. Austin calling for his beers.
It's got to be, right? He'll drink with them, and then he'll stun him, right? So he spits it out or whatever. This is... I love it. I'm in love with everything I'm watching right here.
Hey, listen, I swear to God, I just opened the beer and just started foaming out.
This really does make me feel like a little kid watching this again, or a younger kid watching this again. This was it. This was the Attitude Era. This is what made it so awesome. This is every Monday we got to experience this.
I'm watching Stone Cold. I open the beer, it just blows up in my hands. What in the fuck? I took it out the freezer.
He samples it.
Oh, Vince couldn't even stay up after the kick.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Vince is old as shit.
Poor guy.
And Austin's cracking up right now. Austin's like dying laughing.
That was an awful stunner. That was hilarious.
Man, Vince takes the worst stunners, man. Like that first one that he ever took from him looked like a dead fish or something. Like, I don't even know what the hell that was.
Hey, listen, he took a stunner at like 76.
That was it, man. That's awesome, right? Yeah, that's cool, right?
Yeah, no, I just want to see that.
So my 12-year-old son Robert's watching this. He's like, "This is awesome. This is how it was all the time." I'm like, "Yeah, every Monday was this." It was so much better than it is now. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I talked a lot of shit about how bad I thought this card would be, right? And I thought this would be the worst WrestleMania ever. And I think there's been a lot of shitty matches, but everything that's gone on with Vince McMahon and Steve Austin, awesome. Totally saved the show.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Mikey. This is the first time I've ever engaged with you yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And it's so dope because I haven't watched wrestling like this at all. And like, I've done wrestling content with motherfuckers like featured on shit, like when they talk about like the days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, Hus was like, we're going to stream WrestleMania. I'm like, hell yeah. Because I didn't have to pay for it too, because I'm already in Vince McMahon's pocket, apparently, because I have Peacock. You know what I mean? And that's how good Vince McMahon is, bro. Look at this.
Right.
And
He brought it out of us, son.
Pat
We haven't
McAfee's
had
like
this
a kid
too.
in a candy store right now.
He's got to be, dude. This is
Right. He's like 2 or 3 years younger than us. So he was that kid
he got him. It's like a rite of passage. It's like
it is, dude. It totally
drink a beer
is.
with Stone Cold and get
Get your
a
ass
stunner.
kicked.
Yeah. Give him a
That was
stunner.
awesome.
Cold is loving every minute of this. Like this is like
This is his WrestleMania, bro.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Both nights too. Double
That's what I'm
night in Dallas, Texas. Yeah. And Ron said, "Ha, you guys."
Did
are
you
so
notice
happy."
that the guy throwing the beers tonight actually got him to him
Yeah.
versus
They
last night? So I'm wondering if his guy came in town to do it. Remember, he had
Stone
one guy that would do it.
Cold
That was his
signed him,
job.
Maybe he flew him in. You know how people
Right.
fly in people for the the home run derby? Maybe he had to fly
Exactly.
him in.
Exactly. Got his pitching coach to show up.
Yeah. And David P said, I'd be scared to toast with Austin because you're going to get a stunner right after. If he doesn't have his knee braces on, you're good. That's
Yeah,
really
right.
what it
You're
comes down
okay.
to. If he has the knee braces on, you're fucked. You're getting a stunner.
Yeah, that's his.
He made a company of beer.
What's his beer company called?
Broken
El
Skull.
Segundo Brewing Company, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's the brewing company, but it's
El Segundo.
but it's Steve Austin Broken Skull.
Yeah. Have you ever had it?
No.
I had one with Mark. He went and we found it at literally. There's and the bitch of it is, man. I've been living next to this place for probably 12 years, right? It's a little old 7-Eleven that some guy bought, and all he has is these specialty beers, right?
Okay.
I never stopped in there, but I Googled where I could find it, and it said he had a 6-pack. Well, a 4-pack. Sure as shit, he had a 4-pack there. So now we tried it. It's really good. It's orangey. Not that one, but the Broken Skull, the original one. It's really good. But ever since then, Mark got hooked. So I think the guy orders it from Mark every few weeks.
Nice.
So he'll go in there and buy those little 4-pack. And they're big. They're like 20 ounces or whatever they are. But it's not a bad beer, dude. If you like beer, I would recommend you get one.
It's the best damn beer. And that's the bottom line.
Where is it?
And it did give us a buzz on 2 of them.
Hey, you know what's the best? He'd be like this. He'd be like, all right, today we're gonna go ahead and answer some emails. This email's from Bogard in San Jose. Yeah, swig a beer. Be like, and then he would read the shit like it was like that was how he did Q&As, right? Like
everybody watching, do me a favor. Go get subscribed at our new wrestling
drop that
YouTube
link
channel.
in that motherfucker.
Link is in the chat right now. I threw it on the screen. So if you're watching in one of the Facebook groups or something, just look on the screen, type it in. But yeah, go get subbed up.
I'm fucking there. I'm there, man.
So it's Brock and Roman. That's the last match, right?
Yep. So they're redoing the ring right now. That's why we're watching this band replay.
All right.
Hey, Brock picked up the phone. He said, God damn it, Vince, clean all that fucking beer up.
Right? Right.
I'll fucking
Pretty
kill
mad.
everyone in the building. And when he's, listen, that's a serious threat, man. Hey, Brock was a motherfucker. He'll take like 10 shots to the dome, fool. I'm telling you, bro, before you can ever even slow him down.
We could get a full 40. I mean, I don't think they're gonna go 40 minutes. That'd be amazing if they did, but
I mean, they're gonna drag out.
Okay, this is what they're gonna do. You ready for this? We're going
start with the big vignette. It's gonna start with that.
Yeah. So we got a 5-minute vignette.
40 minutes total of vignettes in action.
So we'll get 5 minutes of the vignette. We'll get 5 minutes at least of entrances, right?
Both of them.
We'll probably get a stare down for a couple minutes.
I wonder if that's on here because I opened the beer and it just explodes. It was like my stone because I went upstairs to take a piss. I came down here and I can already hear the headphones. You guys are like Stone Cold son. I'm like, what? And then I'm behind y'all. Then I see him come out like, oh shit, we manifested it. Us right here.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do. I'm trying to take credit because it was really Mikey, right? But listen, that's why y'all need to subscribe to the Attitude Era Rules channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk all kind of isms like this, just memories and shit.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of uploads of old promos, things like that. But then we're gonna have these live streams, these watch parties, you know, for the big pay-per-views, things like that. And then yeah, we're gonna get a wrestling draft. We're actually gonna do a draft, an all-time draft. We're gonna try to get 10 people in there. So, Mike, I'm definitely gonna let
Jake the Snake's a
Let me know.
pick, bro. Hey, Jake the Snake's one of those motherfuckers. You get him later on, and there'll be people like, "Oh fuck," they forget about Jake the Snake, bro.
Jake the Snake's awesome,
right?
But that dude's got demons that follows him to the ring.
Well, hello, he carries the snake with him, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know. We probably should have known that was coming right from day one.
Devil worshiper at best. Like he was.
Right?
How crazy is that?
He sold his soul to the devil a few times. I ain't gonna lie.
He said he's really scared of snakes, and how crazy is that? That his gimmick like has to do with snakes.
The snakes.
Hey, the greatest story is look at Jake the Snake on Rogan. Right? He goes on Joe Rogan. I think he's with DDP too, actually. But he tells the story about when he had the snake bite Macho Man.
Yes, I know the story.
Yeah, and he said Macho Man. He's like, Macho Man. He came. He's like, Randy came into the locker room and said, "Look here, Jake. I don't know about the snake, Jake. I want the snake to bite you, Jake. What if you didn't fix the snake and take the fans out with the glands with the venom in it, Jake?" And he's like, "I want to see the snake bite you." You know what I mean? So so Jake the Snake was like, "All right, son of a bitch." You know what I mean? Because it's like an intercontinental match. It's like it's a big deal. But they're actually like cool, and they're trying to do this like behind the scenes because kayfabe's real in the motherfucker.
Yep.
And then so like he's like, so he's like, "All right," you know what I mean? And he said, like, in the heat of the battle, what I mean, when he sticks the snake on motherfuckers, it ain't so bad because their adrenaline's already pumping because they've been wrestling and shit. You know what I mean? So here they are in this cold locker room, and now he's pulling his pant leg up. And he's like, kind of warm, slapping his leg because he's gonna let this fucking snake bite him. You know what I mean? And the snake gets on his ass. Yeah, you know what I mean? And he's like, "All right, Jake, we're gonna wait 20 minutes." He's like, "I want to make sure nothing happens to you." You know what I mean? And then nothing. Dude. Yeah, and nothing happened. You know what I mean? And then because he was gonna put Jake over that night, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a team player in that sense. That's how you knew he had to play his part to get over eventually himself, because you know what I'm saying? Like, he's somebody that already mattered, but he was always going to be in the shadow of a Hogan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there's a story he tells where I forget which interview he's doing, where Vince McMahon decided that when Hulk Hogan was champion, sometime after the second time, after Warrior was done being champion, and he had beaten Sergeant Slaughter for the title back in the day.
Yeah.
That he chose Jake the Snake to become the rival of Hulk Hogan. And he was going to take the title off of Hogan. So the night that they're launching the beginning of the promo, as they go into it, Jake comes to the ring. He moves the mats, right? And so it's naked cement. And he DDTs Hulk Hogan on it to crack his skull. With the intent being that when Jake leaves the ring, they're going to boo him. And that Hulk Hogan's going to be, when he hulks up and comes up, he calls Jake out, and it sets up the rivalry. Well, Vince McMahon's waiting there. They do the spot. He busts his head open. Hulk Hogan's bleeding. Jake leaves the villain. As Jake gets backstage, rather than them booing Jake and cheering for Hogan, they start chanting DDT, DDT, DDT. And so he looks over at Vince, and Vince is like, "Holy shit, it backfired on us." Yeah. And he looks over at him and he says, "We're not going to run with this angle." Because he had to save Hulk Hogan.
Because that would kill Hogan.
Yes. But it's fucked up because, again, just that, like I said yesterday, what if Andre would have won? How would that have changed history? What if Jake could have been a champion? Would he have become a junkie afterwards?
Hey, who's this
What would his
weirdo in the
lineage have
gimp
been,
mask?
you know?
Hey, how come they're showing a weirdo in a gimp mask?
And Jay Tan said, predict the match coming up.
Give me Brock Lesnar for the win, Stu.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Brock, just because they always fucking make Brock win.
Nah, they actually don't. Didn't he just lose? He lost. He dropped the title to somebody
at the Royal Rumble to Bobby Lashley. It was on.
Yeah, then got back in the joint and then won the Royal Rumble.
It was because of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns came in and speared him when the ref was down.
You know what? Here's my prediction. I'm gonna take my honest prediction, and then this would be badass if it happened. I think Roman's gonna win. I think he's gonna unify the belts. I think they're gonna have a big Uso, Roman, Samoan, Paul Heyman celebration. I think the show ends with, while he's celebrating, The Rock's gonna come out. And that's going to set. Remember I said earlier about the LA thing?
Yeah.
I think it gives us a 1 year hype for next year's WrestleMania.
Like they did with The Rock and John Cena.
Yep. And the reason I'm saying that I'm fairly, I don't know, as confident as you can be in wrestling, right? Because The Rock's mom is in the third row. They showed her by accident last night. So I'm thinking she's probably sitting there again.
Okay.
Well, you know what, too, though? Is that like
and hold on real quick, and then King No Limit, he said John Cena coming out after, calling it.
It could be John Cena too, but I think they're both Hollywood, right? Anyway. So it could work.
It could
hit
be
the drop.
Could be both.
But yeah, I think Roman's winning this.
What? What did you have?
And Jay Tan said talk like Macho the rest of the show.
Remember we were joking about how long it's going to take to get to the ring? So we're already at 8:24 Pacific time. And there's the 5 minutes. Roman gets in, and then we're going to get Brock for 5 minutes, and then they're going to have their face off, and then we'll have our match and our ending.
There we go.
Elizabeth, will you marry me?
I'm glad that Roman, at least that they started, just embracing Roman like a heel instead of trying to push him like a baby face.
It just made so much sense. It's about time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was funny. Wasn't it in the Royal Rumble when he wins the Royal Rumble or something, and then The Rock comes out, or maybe it was WrestleMania. I can't remember, but some big match. And then The Rock comes out. Holding his arm up, trying to get the crowd to win him over, and they're all
everyone was booing him. Yep.
And it was like they were cheering The Rock, and whenever he would touch Roman, they'd boo.
Well, remember the year Batista came back and won the Royal Rumble?
Was that the year when they had like the botched finish?
No, he came back as Blue Batista. He was all blue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he had the thing. He was supposed to be Hollywood Batista, right?
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But that Royal Rumble, and again, it happened eventually. It was 2 years later, right? Not even a year later. That Royal Rumble was supposed to be Batista's, but if you watch that show and you even watch the match, that was the first time the crowd started, including myself, started cheering for Roman Reigns.
Right.
Because he was so dominant, so impressive in the match that he should have won that. Everyone knew, Batista came back to win it. Of course he's going to win it. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. That was #1 at the box office at the time. And now he's in the MCU. He's the next big thing in Hollywood.
Yep.
But when he got eliminated, the crowd went apeshit. Okay?
Yeah.
Including us. We're like, oh, that's bullshit. Batista shouldn't have won. And it was his main event. Yeah, no, it's just starting. And so that year goes by, and he loses all his steam.
Yeah.
And then he wins the next year. And everyone's like, boo, boo. Because it's like they try to fix it for a year. And it was just a year late, man. That's all it was.
Yep.
But it all turned out for the right.
And Football Fan 28 said tonight Vince single-handedly introduced Pat to 50-50 booking, final step to becoming a WWE superstar.
He's so right, dude. He's so right.
All right, let's see. Can Brock kill 5 minutes?
Okay, so
I mean, Roman killed way more than his 5 minutes.
oh yeah, dude, we're already at almost 8:30.
Yeah.
So I want to say when they show the table where they're doing the announcing, to the left of the table, you'll see The Rock's mom sitting down if she's still there.
Okay. So, okay.
Now, again, she could be there for Roman Reigns. She could be there for the Usos. They're all related, right? It's her auntie.
Hold on. We actually have some research here. Share the screen of the full family tree photos that I've set up.
Yeah.
We have diagnosed the predictions. Listen, hey, he's killing it with the predictions, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know if it's the mushrooms or not, but like, this is amazing. Like, I'm like back in wrestling now. If we're doing this, I'm doing it.
Good. We'll do it again.
This brought me back, bro. Like, this was like as 90s as fuck as you can get.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what? They probably got tired of like of actually not even tired. They probably just got it registered because you got people like McAfee who have a large voice who talks about those days, like, you know what I mean? Like playing college ball, and like the whole dorm is watching Monday night. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's my man Brock. Let's go. Where's my belt? Where's my belt at? Yeah, I'm a champ. I'm a champ too. Fuck that.
Yeah, you guys aren't ready. Well, man, Bogard, you saw the pictures, but Mike, I'm getting a custom made belt. It's a replica of the it's not a replica of it's the same style as the Austin Smoking Skull belt, but it's like got a football on it. It's got like some weed stuff on it. Got the FFH on it.
Bro, you could smoke the belt. Like if you break a piece off of the belt, you can throw it in the pipe, bro.
That'd be fire.
It's made of 100% pure cannabis.
All right, here we go. There he is, walking around, killing the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laughing.
I like it too, because like he's like UFC than the motherfucker too. Like before he was UFC, like even the whole thing when he bounces around and he jumps on the top of the thing or the apron.
Yeah.
It's like I always thought it would be dope, like in UFC, if he would like walk up and then like tear the cage door off. Like that would have been dope. Like and then they just rig it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because then if he went out and like to lose, that would have been hilarious too.
I hated Brock in UFC because I always wanted to see. I wanted to see. I mean, it was always like just like let me hold this motherfucker on the ground forever. Like I hate that.
What? Because that's listen, bro. He didn't have a fighting style per se.
I know that's the problem.
He would
Do you guys remember when he left wrestling to go play football?
When he tried again?
I mean, that was like real early though, right?
No, when he left the WWE the first time. I want to say it was either with the Vikings or the Chiefs, and maybe it was with both. He tried out. So 2002 to 2004.
He was. I think he was with the Vikings before wrestling, and then maybe he tried out for another team. I didn't know that
Chiefs
part.
Then
it was the Chiefs after then. Okay,
I think it was the Chiefs. Yeah, and he just couldn't hack it there, and then he showed up in UFC a little later on after that.
And like Roman Reigns, he's also someone I can't remember what
former Viking, yeah,
a Viking. Okay, didn't last too long.
Hey, listen, man. You know why? Because outside of the Vikings facility, right, was Jesse the Body Ventura. He's like, listen, son, you know where you gotta go, son. My Jesse the Body is terrible,
dude. You have a valid point there, because if you look at all the guys that came out of Minnesota back in the 80s, the Road Warriors, Rick Rude, and a bunch of other guys, that's believable.
You feel me? He was like, listen, he's like, you gotta move to Mexico off the grid. And he's like, you could be a governor even. Look at me. He was the fucking governor, right? Or was he congressman or governor? He was one of them motherfuckers.
Brock's gonna speak for himself.
Hey, listen, Brock is good on the mic, bro. Because he's like just a bad motherfucker. You better fucking take him serious. You see him on McAfee? He was doing the Stone Cold. He was doing the what's.
We better get a good ass match out of these
He
guys.
said I'm a country ass kicker, and you're gonna get a country ass kicking tonight. He just blatantly told him that he's a fucking Islander and I'm a fucking country white boy and I'm about to tear him down.
Yeah, he did, right?
Especially when he told him. He said, "Look here, Island boy. This is as 90s as you can get, bro. Early 2000s ish.
It is. It's been a very you're right. It's been a
jumped
very
in a fucking time machine, bro.
attitude era feel.
Hey, the people
Now-
have spoke, bro.
Yeah, the only negative that I would say, and I have to say it, is there was no Austin Theory, I guess, and Pat McAfee are the exception of the rules. I don't think we have any new talent that was like stealing the show this weekend.
No.
They were all the established old guys in their 30s or 40s or 50s or 90s, whatever Vince is.
Yep.
Which is okay. I have no problem with it. It's just where we can be at in 3 years.
Uh-oh. Brock's
Listen,
taking
man,
off the gloves, huh?
Vince might die any moment, so he's like, he just wants it now.
Yeah,
Vince,
exactly.
I think Vince is. I think he. You know, the company's in good hands with Triple H, one of the most fucking opportunistic motherfuckers in the world. That's probably why he likes him. He probably said, "Close the door, Hunter, if that's your real name." And he was like, "Listen, you know you're fucking my daughter. I respect it. You got to get to the top." You know what I mean? They did the whole storyline back. Look at how Attitude Era was it, like or early 2000s when he took him on. Remember, he basically drugged her and then married her in the Vegas fucking drive-through.
Yes, he did. Remember?
Yep.
He's like, "Ah, don't worry, she's conscious." So he said something like that.
Yeah, he like spoke for her. He turned his head.
Yeah, remember? He's like the preacher, the drive-through preacher. He's like, yes, I'll marry him. Oh, yeah, she can't get her hands off me.
Oh, there we go. There's the first suplex.
Yeah.
Belly to belly. Oh, another
It's
one.
crazy because Brock looks like slimmer than when he first came in.
Yeah, he does. Oh,
Yeah.
he is because the diver, dude.
That's right.
Yeah,
He did have that
CMJ
condition.
Tan said people hated Brock at UFC. It's because he was a little bitch.
Hold on, bro. I liked him. Fuck Frank Mir.
See, Brock Lesnar and CM Punk are the same type of character. Not the same character or the same cup of tea, right? But you either like them or you don't. Like, there's no people you reach that are in between where you're like, yeah, I'm kind of lukewarm on Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Brock's last match probably for a while. Like it's got to be.
Why?
Because he's whooping his ass now, and like I like Mike's theory with they're gonna unify the titles and then have like something like The Rock come in or some shit, bro.
Well, that's what this match is for. This is the double title match.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be tight if they make it Brock and then Brock and Rock. That would be tight.
It would
Brock
work
and
too.
Rock.
Yeah.
Anybody would work with The Rock. I mean, well, not anybody, but you
I
know.
mean, you know, The Rock, he dropped a promo on the NFL at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
guy
he
with the XFL in his back pocket. He dropped a promo on NFL at Super Bowl.
Damn, is that a new tattoo or did he just get it finished?
On who? Who are you talking about?
Roman, like half his back?
Oh, yeah. It's all over his back.
Yeah.
It was one of the real Samoan joints too, where they have like the wood.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the wood pick ones.
Wait. There's countouts in this match?
Guess so.
It's a double title. I mean, right?
What?
That would mean that would mean no title change hands though.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Now I see what y'all saying.
Uh-oh. How much damage can each one of them dish out?
Well, that's about right. They've been in the ring for 4 minutes or 6 minutes?
I think about 6.
Okay, so let's just say 6.
Yeah, but I don't even think Brock didn't get to 5 minutes. I think he was at like 4 minutes. Uh-oh, Roman on a roll. Roman on a roll.
Hey, Roman Reigns needs to dye his hair blonde and his beard and his fucking eyebrows.
And start wearing yellow tight.
Yeah, bro, and just go full heel. Like that would like really piss people off.
Oh, I don't think that's enough, though. I still don't think that's enough.
Oh, again? Another one? Give me one more.
No,
Another
dude,
one.
I'm convinced now. We're getting The Rock at the end of this show. Again, this whole
Rock's-
greatest of all time conversation shit that they're talking about, something's
Brock's
coming
just
up. I think.
laughing at him. Oh,
Give me 10 minutes. I'm coming out.
There's hella Usos in Dallas right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
oh yeah.
The Rock shuts it down like
Oh.
Obama back in the days.
Uh-oh.
He's selling
Tables
for
have
Roman.
turned. Oh, another
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I guess one possibility, if he does beat Reigns,
thought
maybe
you
The Rock
thought-
calls out Brock, like you said,
Ah,
to
you
defend
thought
his
you
family.
Oh, this is dope.
Oh,
Yeah,
taking
he's
him to
going like a
Suplex
bitch.
City.
Germans.
Taking him to Suplex City.
Hey, he looked like he would be one of those German Nazi projects that you know what I mean?
Right? the super soldier.
Yeah. I will break you.
Another one.
He's just getting warmed up, bro. I feel a crotch shot coming on.
How many did Cena take? Wasn't it like 15, 20, something like that?
I don't know. Ben Warden dished out hella. I remember he gave like 11 in a row to fucking of the unlatched one to Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Like,
Here we go.
they're like, he's locked
Back
in.
on the offense. Back on the offense.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, okay. That figures. All those Germans, he got to catch his breath, right?
So just for shits and giggles, how many different moves have we actually seen in this match? A punch,
3.
a knee, a spear.
Give me 3 for the win, Stu.
Yeah.
Suplex, right?
Maybe.
We maybe have seen 4 moves this whole match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Okay, how
another
about
one.
this? Hey, remember, Stone Cold yesterday in the Stone Cold Rock debate.
What up, Song? What up, bro?
What up, Song? What was it yesterday? In the Stone Cold Rock debate.
Yep.
DTA, motherfucker. Don't trust anyone.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, forgot that one.
too.
Whoa, I thought he had him.
Oh, no, he's
That could
kicking
be a
out.
whole episode right there. Who's better on the mic out of those two?
I mean, DTA in its finest. He even stunned goddamn McAfee. Fuck everyone.
Man. Yeah, Stone Cold's loving this weekend. Here we go. Getting real methodic. Brock
Hey, he kind of
is.
hey, Brock Lesnar's the white guy version. He's the white guy monster version of the guy who beat up Van Damme in Kickboxer Part 1.
Uh-oh. The ref is down. The ref is down.
Oh, here you go.
This
Now,
is when all the crazy shit
this is
happens.
when Roman Reigns is gonna pull it off.
Oh, Roman Reigns with the heel move. Roman Reigns with
Okay,
the heel
boom.
move.
There now I saw the referee get destroyed. He's obliterated. You're a referee. You only got so much ring. Why are you standing in the corner? You know why? For the fix.
The fix is in.
Oh, there it is. I'm a bad guy.
It feels like this is everything. You're going to save Brock. You're going to give it to Roman.
Oh, Brock's still kicked out. The Beast. Damn, Roman with all the heel moves.
So you're about 20 seconds ahead of us, Alex.
It's Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Kicked out. I'm like 40 seconds behind y'all.
Yeah.
And J-Tan said The Rock comes out and helps Roman beat Brock, I believe.
Nah, fuck that. The Rock comes out and helps Brock win. And we had the triple threat match of all. To end all
what if The Undertaker comes out? Didn't Roman retire him?
Yeah, he did.
Nah, but no.
I don't think it's happening, but
The Undertaker came back. His name is Edge now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the story at the time. You know, this is my yard.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I like how they got Roman like a little bitch now, though. He's hella hot. He's yelling and shit. He's all mad. I like it. He's embracing the heel shit.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah, that was a weird.
The singlet is better. I mean, was really bad too. I like it. He's better in the pants. Pause.
Spear from behind, huh?
Yeah, that was a weird one. I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta get him right. You gotta nip him in the rear.
He keeps saying, "I'm the best. I'm the best ever. I'm the best."
He's fucking spearing him right in the ass, though.
Uh-oh. Now we're getting excited.
Oh, what's he gonna do? Hold on. See, I'm like 40. Hold on. Now I'm counting. I'm like 38 seconds away from it.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Got him in a submission. So Brock countered his spear, took the spear, and then got him in a submission. And has got his whole body like just held.
Yeah. With the Mongolian, he's killing it with that Mongolian, though.
Oh, he got it. He got to the ropes. Brock's got a break.
Break his leg. Break his arm. Break everything. Break his ears. Cauliflower those ears somehow.
And J-Tan says, stupendous.
Let it go. You gotta let it go, Brock. Just fucking let it go. He has the rope now.
You hear Paul Heyman? Listen to Paul Heyman. The legacy. The legacy. Think of your family.
I love it. Paul Heyman's a greaseball. I love it.
Yeah, he is. Said, wise up, my tribal chief.
That's what he said?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Reversal. Oh, we got him again.
Oh, we're getting
no way.
They're giving us a match.
No way.
Oh, he got out of that motherfucker. Oh, another one.
Oh, now there it is.
No fucking way.
And we got 15 minutes left.
15 minutes left. We're going to get something, I think.
Left. Did we even get 15 minutes out of them in the ring? I don't even
We got exactly 15 minutes.
Damn.
Exactly.
Damn.
They're good.
Roman.
He's like, I told you I'd give you 15 minutes and no longer, Vince.
Man, if this happens, Mike, well, you're half right.
If you're somehow,
everybody would lose their shit. You get Stone Cold killing it on 2 nights. If The Rock really comes out here,
he's not gonna come out.
He just put his shoulder back
They're
in.
doing the Chris Jericho thing.
Yeah, they are.
Universal champion. They're doing it.
Oh, now he's leaving. Maybe not. Roman won. It was technically a clean finish.
I guess when it happened, it did happen on Monday Night Raw last time, right?
I think so. They usually let them celebrate the end of one story at WrestleMania, and then the next night, the next year's story starts.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like we're gonna get The Rock or anybody.
So they're it's
At least not
so
tonight.
crazy. They really put him over, dude.
Yeah. That was big time.
I mean, shit, man. Is Brock's deals, are they undisclosed?
No, I'm pretty sure they're disclosed.
Okay.
Brock gets a shit ton of money.
Yeah, he does.
I know that. Sure, but I'm just
Let me see. I'm sure you can find it here. Roman. This is it.
I don't like the way the belts look, man.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, they can
When I was a kid, I fucking loved like the classic. Like I even loved when they remixed it in the later 90s, like when The Rock had the one with the blue leather.
I was wrong about that. I got 50% of it right.
let's
I
see.
mean,
Some
you
could
had
still
Stone Cold,
happen though. We
though.
still got
Yeah, it could happen tomorrow.
no, it
Could
could
happen
still
tomorrow.
happen. I mean, it's not all the way done yet. It ain't over until this goes off the air.
I mean, are we gonna start doing this? We're gonna start doing like just fucking recaps of Monday night. Those belts are so whack.
No, I don't think we're gonna go that far.
Yeah, no, I like the attitude stuff though. But we gotta do
Exactly.
Like,
That's where we want to go back and recap.
like zero in on matches and
Oh.
stuff and like nostalgia.
Well, now it's off the air, so I guess it's official. Damn. All right. Well, all in all, Stone Cold stole the show.
Again.
So,
Hey, those belts are so whack.
yeah, they need an overhaul.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
That was
put
fun.
Ellen Di-
That was a
Go-
overall
like,
it was a fun
Ellen
show.
Diamond.
But you're right. Steve Austin stole the show. Main event was 15 minutes of what we expected.
Pat McAfee, his match was
Pat
dope.
McAfee stole the night, I think, wrestling wise.
Yeah, that was cool. Ron, you made it to the end. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna
That's
get up
pretty
out of
awesome.
here. Yeah,
Cool.
we're gonna get up out of here. Mike, thanks for joining. We're gonna get you back on.
Thank
more
you
for this
guys
stuff.
for having me.
And Lamsey said I'll be rewatching all the WWF and WCW in 98 going into 99. Those some great
Nice.
years.
It's a great time machine to jump in.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So once again, just make sure, do me a solid, go subscribe to the Attitude Era Rules YouTube channel. Go check out, there's some promos on there from Old School Rock, Old School Diesel, stuff like that. Go check those out. More is coming, and we're going to be doing more live streams talking about old school Attitude Era stuff. It's going to be good times.
Cool.
All right. We're
Wrestling
out. We'll see you
getting
guys
ready.
later.
Gentlemen, be well.
Peace.
Peace.